welcome back to the Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series presented by Meguiar's here at the beautiful, absolutely beautiful Elmia PÅSKSLADDEN here in Jönköping, Sweden. And with me, I have the lovely
Sarah Haro.
And my name is Dennis Stavon, and we will be trying to guide you as best as we can through this event. It is a beautiful night here.
It is gorgeous right now.
So looking back here, we have a lot of people in the stands, and it's just a beautiful night in general, I would say. It's a little chilly.
A little nibbly.
Got my mitts on. So we're trying to do the best we can here, but it's a fantastic night. We have been seeing some really great top 16,
yes.
Pre-top 16
yes.
chaos already.
It has been pretty chaotic, but it has been very stable as well.
It's fantastic. So we're going to introduce the show. Let's go. So that was the intro, and let's get on with the show. So let's begin with a little bit of a background here. So for you who are new to this, we've been in the game for quite some time, I would say.
Yes.
I mean,
quite some time.
10, 12 years for me. How long have you been into this?
About 5 now, but I've always loved it ever since I was 13 and learned to drive a manual car on the ice.
Right.
That's where it all started.
Right. So a little bit about you, and of course about me as well. But I'm very interested in you, and to the viewers at home who did not get to be here on Top 32. You're a bit of a famous person, aren't you?
I don't know about that.
If you've been on Netflix, you're famous. Come on. I
just drive stuff, man. Anything with 4 wheels or more, I love it.
That's awesome. So how'd you get started? Why are you here? Why you're not you're a native Swede, but you've been in the U.S. and now you're back here.
Yes, home sweet home. That is, I grew up here until I was 20 years old. Then I moved over there and I started driving semi-trucks over there. Got offered to do a TV show with my car, and after that I've been hooked on drifting. Cannot let it go. I will be at any event I can just to learn what's going on, and now I get to talk about and learn so much about these drivers, which is amazing. One of my favorite things right now. First time for everything, but I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, and it's exciting to have someone who has a girl come from a different perspective. It is a very man-dominated sport, isn't it? And it's just, we need more girls, more women in the sport in general. So it's fantastic to have you here. So are you just Americanized now? You're just like, oh, only V8s, and oh, I only drive Fords.
I mean, it does sound pretty damn good with a solid American V8, I gotta say.
It does not.
It does. But I do love all cars, I gotta say. Every car has their own beauty to them, and I like learning about all these different kinds of cars and how they function with turbos. Some people just have some nitrous, tune on a V8, all different powertrains. Here I get to see how they're driving them as well and how they handle those drivetrains, which is awesome. I'm so excited to see this top 16, to be honest. Yeah. I cannot wait.
So talk a little bit about the American tracks and what you see as different, first in tracks and then in drivers.
So on the tracks, a lot of oval tracks over there for sure. They do have some road courses up north, which is kind of similar to over here, but I would say that like Rudskogen or Mantorp is insane. Like, it's huge, got elevation changes, karusellen, like all the things. It is insane here.
So, and what is the challenge because have you driven on Swedish tracks as well?
I have not yet. Oh. That is my bucket list. So the car is coming over mid-May, so I can drive in Mantorp and Rudskogen.
Amazing.
Bucket list tracks, I gotta do it. And then she's probably going for the ice.
Oh yeah?
Probably. She has like 300 horse. So.
That's awesome. What kind of car is it?
It's a 2014 V6 Mustang with some nitrous.
Ooh,
so
damn.
It's a little V6, and everyone's like, you should have got a V8. I was like, yes. Yes,
Point
you're
taken.
right. But the gas is expensive here, okay?
Oh, yeah. So your background is kind of driving, just being inside this, and now you're here. So talk a little bit about the American drivers compared to what you've seen here, the Scandinavian drivers.
So American drivers are a lot of, like, you have your homies. You drive with your homies a lot, and unless you're competing, then you're driving against people from all over America, which is kind of like little countries too. So it's kind of interesting. You have Texas people, like you have Washington people, all these different kinds of people, but it's still a very big like drift community over there, just like it is here. Just super great to see. Norwegian drivers though, and Swedish drivers, holy shit! Excuse my language, but damn, they 150%. If they're not doing that, they're like, what is 100? What? All or nothing, baby. All or nothing.
Can't do less. So we're looking to do some real high-level drifting in a very high-risk environment. That's all concrete you see behind me here. So we have had a few crashes. We've had a few, let's say, near misses. We had some off tracks, spewing dirt, and all these things. So, and that's only top 32. So I'm thinking top 16 is going to be. I don't know, what's the worst word than chaos?
Controlled chaos. It's controlled chaos, baby.
Pretty much.
Sometimes a little too uncontrolled chaos, but it is going to be rowdy. It's going to be rad. We're going to see some door-to-door action. Now these drivers trust each other more. They know who they're going up against for top 16, and they are like, hey, I drove with that guy before. They're like, yeah, I can put it on his door. I'm not scared to be too close to this guy because they trust each other. Now it's down to the mechanics of it, though. Seeing if those cars hold together. Some of these drivers are amazing, never done anything wrong, but their cars are having some issues, I've heard.
Yeah, there's a lot of mechanical issues. It is the first event of the season.
Yeah.
And one thing that we've heard throughout this weekend is actually the parts. They have not been able to get the parts they want. Delivery issues all over the place. I've been talking to a lot of drivers about this, and they're all saying the same thing. I couldn't get my stuff. Yeah. So I had to do I have to go with worse stuff, broken stuff, or things I've never tried or never even thought about trying. So half of the field, I would say, they're driving new cars.
Yeah, it is. You got to work with what you got.
Exactly. You got to make, what's it called? You got to, whatever. Let's leave that. Anyway, we're going to do the intro now, so let's get back in the show. I'm going to head into the studio, and we'll see you soon.
Hair and makeup, is it okay? Should I look into the camera or look at you?
Not the camera. Not the camera.
It's a learning experience this year. Be in the game. That's what our main goal is, to see if the car is competitive and if I'm competitive.
No, I think Turan Kvia is the driver I want to beat. I've the Norwegian Championship met him 3 times, I think, and lost every battle, but some battles have been one more time, and so it's close, so I want to beat him. I think it's highly skilled driver.
You can probably say that Turan Kvia is your biggest driver this year?
Yes, Turan Kvia, yeah, he's going to be the biggest rival, but yeah, all of them are good, like Johan Andersson. Been dominating here in Sweden for some years.
I've been away from competitive drifting for some years now, and me and the car is one, and I'm really stoked to be back. And
I think it's a better competition, and I'm also stepping up my game. Really start easy and get to know the car, the new car. So
I think the biggest fear would be crashing the car so hard that we can't continue this year. It might happen. Big tracks and a lot of speed.
It's going to be interesting to learn some other drivers' experience and how their driving styles adapt. It's going to be more of an interesting starting field this year than previously. That's the way you evolve, I guess.
I have a background in drifting since 2012. I had a minor break a couple of years, but now I'm back.
A lot of good drivers, but I have one of the nemesis of my driving career, and it's Tony Alves that this year I'm gonna give him.
It's 4 rounds and 4 chances to win.
We are stepping up this year.
just drive, have fun. It's always have fun.
And we just made it back into the studio. Oh, it's a long run. That's probably, 10 feet.
Probably 10 feet. But we are back in here at the Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series.
Presented by McGuire's.
Presented by McGuire's. And it is the top 16 coming up. We see all our drivers rolling through here for their driver presentations, which is awesome. We got, in the top 16, we got Johan Andersson, Tony Averstedt, Kristoffer Sylvestern, Jim Olofsson, Mårten Stångberg, Joakim Andersson, Robert Åhäll, Olof Hagen Hasdal. Vi har även Tor Arne Kvia.
So there's a lot of people into the arena right now.
A lot of people over there.
It's getting crowded already. So we have Tor Arne Kvia, Filip Ågren, Odd Helge Hellstad, Alfred Grimberg, Sondre Erga, Øyvind Bogen, Max Wonka, and Petter Bach. So there's a lot of drivers that we are going to have to battle it out here in the top 16.
Exactly. A little cool stuff about Johan Andersson's car today. He's had issues mechanically this whole weekend.
Yeah.
He said it was pure luck that he even made it into the top 16. He was so lucky that Volvo had to bail out.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that Johan Andersson, who is a multiple Swedish champ and usually never has any issues with his car and his team and all these things, it kind of just works, and this is one of the first events where he's really, really struggling, and qualifying at 91 points is a kind of a Goliath feat here, and I hope that he can bring it home. He really wants this. He seems like a very sweet person, and
he's very humble when he talks. He's very humble, but dang, that guy can drive.
He is a killer.
He
takes no prisoners. I love to see Robert Åhäll, who is going to meet the Norwegian driver. Robert Åhäll here, who is known for his massive angles against Olof Hagen Hasdal, who is a very fast but also aggressive driver in general. And I'm very excited to see that battle. Do you have any speculations? Are you excited about a particular battle?
I mean, I'm excited to see Robert, since his teammate, well, his crew guy actually told me earlier, he needs to just step back a little bit. He's going too spicy right now. That is the thing with us Scandinavians. It's all or nothing, and sometimes 150 when it needs to be 100% kind of thing. So we'll see if he adapts to his driving from before.
Yeah, and here we see the cars. We can just talk a little bit about what we see on screen here, and we're lining up all the drivers so the crowd can get a chance. And the sun is slowly but surely setting here in Sweden. It's very cold outside. It's a little bit windy, which is actually a good thing for us. We need the wind here because we had a few of these events where very little wind was present. It is a very big problem on a tight track like this.
Yes, it turns into a smoke bowl. It's just a bowl full of smoke.
Yeah.
So the wind actually helps a lot with that, and just getting that visual for the drivers as well as the judges to see what's going on.
And I talked with a few of these guys before, and they said that during top 32, a lot of the mistakes were actually down to visibility.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys said, "Oh, I couldn't see anything. I got lost, and then I transitioned too late, and that was it."
Yeah.
Such a bad thing to actually lose a battle on. It's oh man, that sucks. You got everything right, and then you do this small calculation error because you have no idea where you're in the smoke, and that's it.
It's like going to get coffee for or milk for your coffee and it's empty.
Yeah.
You're like, come on now.
Yeah. Just a split-second decision, and now that's it.
It is precision to its finest out here for sure.
Absolutely. And you can see now this is the corner where we are looking at zone number 3, outer zone number 3, and this is probably the main part of the course, usually where the judges are going to look very harshly on these drivers when they come into this zone and when they leave this zone. That is going to be crucial, and we've seen quite a few battles end here way before the finish line.
Exactly. It's all about how you come out of that outer zone 3 to be able to set yourself up to get over to the inner clip 2 and outer 4. It's a long ways out there. You got to have the momentum. You can't have too much angle or you'll be offline and not make it through.
Exactly. So we're seeing a lot of really nice cars. I assume they won't be as nice after top 16 is over.
We will see how rowdy these
I'm very surprised, however. They haven't been like really crashing or like looking bad.
They're just
What is up
scraping,
with you
like-
talking about these things before they even start? Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I'm jinxing it already.
Oh, boy. Well, we'll see how rowdy these boys can get. Like I said earlier, they are way more comfortable now. They've done their 32. They're excited to be driving against their opponent, which most of these drivers sound like they trust their opponent really well. And they're like, yeah, I can get closer now because I know how this guy drives. We've driven before.
Is that going to turn into overconfidence, do you think?
It might. That is the issue with those things. You might think, hey, this guy is steady as hell and I can follow him no problem. And then something mechanical happens or there's a hiccup of some sort and dang, you're going to hit that guy.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I will try my best to sit in the chat for the whole of top 16. I can't guarantee anything because our coverage down here isn't great because there's a lot of people. So we'll see. And we'll take a short break and we'll be back in just a minute.
Yeah, I make decisions to glow. Ridiculous flow, potential to glow. You know, I just do that. Consolidate my regions, line it up, put them together. Anyone that ever let me down, forget them forever. My memory's bad. Remember me though? My memory's gone. My memory, it limits me home. No tree huggers, cause all the lumber's gone. Niggas knocking on wood. Pass through the hood when it's good and they chopping up wood. Breaking up.
Drifting is a sport in which the driver uses throttle, clutch, brakes, gear shifting, and steering input to keep the car in a state of oversteer while maneuvering from turn to turn on a track. The unique thing about drifting is that it's a judging sport, which means that it's not about being first to the finish line. In the Scandinavian Drift Series, we have 3 judges who score the drivers according to style, line, and angle. Line is a predetermined racing line at where the drivers need to navigate. The line is marked out by scoring zones, such as clipping points, inner and outer zones. An outer zone is a marked zone on the outer part of the track. The size of the zone can vary, but the most important thing is that the driver aims to fill the entire zone by placing the rear tires there. An inner zone is usually smaller in size and means that the driver must place the front part of the car in the zone. The drivers need to hit these zones to score a maximum. Angle is how much angle the car produces on the track. To get maximum points, you have to maintain as much angle as possible throughout the track. Style is a combination of commitment, speed, and showmanship. To manage throttle control, handbrake application, car speed, and the overall fluidity of each run usually means high scores in style. The driver is not allowed to slow down. It's important to maintain the momentum to avoid drastic speed deduction. The decel zones is an exception, which is the part of the track where the driver is forced or allowed to slow down the car for natural reasons. A competition usually consists of 2 sessions, qualifying and an elimination phase, in which all the drivers battle each other. All drivers get 2 runs in the qualification. It's important to get as much points as possible by having a good line, angle, and style. The qualification run with the highest score counts, and the top 32 drivers in the starting grid moves on to the elimination rounds. It is during the elimination that we get to experience the cars sideways, sitting door to door in high speeds while billowing smoke coming from the rear tires. All drivers go against each other in a top 32 bracket. The drivers who got the highest points during qualifying gets to battle the drivers who got the lowest points among the top 32 drivers. The elimination consists of 2 passes, which each driver takes a turn to lead and chase. As the lead driver, it's your job to drift a perfect run, just as in the qualification. The difference is that you have another driver on the track with you, hopefully door to door with your car. As the chase car, it's important to pay attention and anticipate how the lead car moves on the track so that you have the opportunity to be as close as possible but also avoid collision. When the drivers cross the finish line, it's time for the lead driver to chase and vice versa. The driver who performs the best on track moves on to the next battle until there's only 2 drivers left in a thrilling finale. Sometimes, the judges cannot agree or can't decide which driver that performed the best. In such cases, a one more time is carried out, which means that the 2 drivers battle each other one more time. On occasion, mechanical failure determines the battle's outcome either during or preceding a heat. If a car cannot enter a tandem battle, the remaining entrant will be given a bye-run.
And we're back, and we're looking at an amazing crowd. There's a lot of people here, despite the cold weather. So you can see they're all very, very cozy with their jackets, and some of them are just in shirts. I'm very impressed. I think that's going to change, however, when the sun goes down.
Yeah, the sun's about set, but the bleachers are full, and any inch between those along the sidelines here is packed of people. It is truly amazing to see.
It's fantastic. So
awesome.
Let's go over the track for a little bit here. We have the start line at the far left of the screen here, and then we're going to push as far as we can, as hard as we can, to the initiation port where the first red zone is. That is a decel zone. You're supposed to initiate at the widest yellow line there. Throw the car in and go downwards in through towards outer zone 1 at the bottom of the screen. And then we're going to swoop up, and then we're going to hit the inner clip number 1, drive the car, push the car out to outer zone number 2. Then we're going to switch back into another deceleration zone. We're going to slow down the car, push all the way out to outer zone number 3. And here's the crucial part of the track. You need to be up on top of this wall all the way around, because if you're not, you're going to cut into the inside and it's going to mess up all your driving style here. And you leave that zone, come back to another flick, and back down that bowl into inner clip number 2, back down to the outer zone number 4, and then push all the way back to the finish line. So it is a relatively simple track. That does not mean it's easy.
Exactly, and after outer zone number 4, about halfway up towards outer zone 2 there, on the way out, the judges stop judging their driving. So the finish line is not where the judges end their judging.
But you're supposed to go all the way.
All the way, yeah. You cannot just shut it down before that finish line because you have a car behind you.
Yeah.
And if you shut it down way too early, that car is going to hit you.
Yeah.
So pull through all the way out, basically.
And what we've seen here is inner clip 1 and 2 have been very crucial. So a lot of people have been going off track, completely off track, and some of them cut more than 2 tires. So that is a big point of contention here. And also outer zone 3, as we mentioned, leaving that a little bit early and not leaving space for the other driver. It's a bit of a mess when you can't do that. We've also seen the entry point being a bit of a contention, because you have to actually carry that momentum all the way down to outer zone 1 at the bottom of the screen. If you can't do that, it's not going to set you up for the rest of the track. And so that is a very, very tight guide, and we're going to try to talk as much as we can. But we'll be back right after this break. We're back. So let's talk a little bit about our predictions. Let's talk about the battles that we're going to see and what has happened. And I'm very excited to see Johan Andersson and Tony Avestedt, as you mentioned earlier here.
Yes.
And 2 very experienced drivers. They've driven before. They have actually gone through, if I remember correctly, they've gone through 1 more times in a battle already.
Yeah, there's some history there.
So there's a lot of history there. 2 very consistent drivers. We hope to see more of them. And moving on to Kristoffer Syvertsen and Jim Olofsson. These guys, I don't think they've ever driven, but Kristoffer Syvertsen impressed me, at least, with his BMW, where he's very smooth, very consistent, aggressive, high angle. Unfortunately, that does not mean it's going to translate well to a battle.
Now, basically, he got a solo run out there, too. So he said that was great for testing out the car and making sure it's ready for top 16. Not how he wanted to win it, absolutely not. But he did get a bye run there, so, yeah.
In this sport, it's really like, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean,
I'm not going to argue.
I want to win by beating somebody, but if he's not there, there's nothing you can do about it. So he's going to take it, you know?
So let's talk a little bit about the next battle that we're going to see. Morten Stångberg versus Joakim Andersson. Joakim Andersson, who had a 1 more times against Christian Erlandsson. So 3 battles for those guys, and having to gone through that and now meet Morten Stångberg, who's been on fire, I'd say, this event. I'm very excited about him. And here we see in picture Johan Andersson and Tony Avestedt rolling up for the first top 16 battle. There will be no breaks.
No breaks.
This is all the way to the finals, and then we are done, and we're going to see who is crowned as the winner of the round 1 here at Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series, presented by Maguire's.
Exactly. Here we see Johan is going to lead and Tony is going to chase.
You see that king crown on his helmet. He is very confident.
He's like, I want this crown. Represent Sweden here. 3 crowns. We got this.
So we know that on the left in the Silvia S14, Johan Andersson, multiple champion. He has a lot of mechanical problems this event. Let's see how he does. So he's leading Tony Avestedt in his red Toyota Supra here. Oh, almost contact there, very close.
I think there was contact there, actually. A little bounced. Not really sure there. Coming into inner clip number 1, pushing it out to outer 2 there. Tony seems to be struggling behind him. Maybe got thrown off, maybe bent something if he hit him. Fills out that outer zone number 3, and here cuts it really shallow there by the wall, which might mess up that line.
Johan Andersson on fire, but Tony is trying slowly to creep in, but it's not happening. Johan Andersson is just pulling away slowly here. And you can already see the smoke.
So much smoke.
It's going to be your problem.
Yeah, I think Johan had some issues with his intake temperature gauge there, or the little sensor. So they had to take a check at that. And he had some clutch problems yesterday. So I don't know if that affected anything now.
Yeah.
Let's look at it again. Initiates.
Hard to see if there's contact there, but a lot of angle from Tony.
Very close. Very close. Both of them clipped.
Oh, that is a problem.
That was a hiccup.
Saw that. I
sure.
saw a hint of it, but it didn't seem to be as a big thing. But at this angle, it's very different. Johan Andersson making a huge correction there. Almost straightening out, and that definitely messes up Tony. This is a tricky one.
Tony seems to be keeping it together, though, but catching up on that line. It's very far away after that little hiccup over there.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to switch places. Let's see if Tony can lead Johan in a better way. So Johan, who is a very strong lead driver, generally has not really pulled through on that reputation today. So and I know he is pissed about it.
Oh,
he knows he can perform, so he knows that, oh man, I got to step it up. So the risk now is that he is actually pushing too much. He does not want to go out in top 16. I don't know if that has ever happened to Johan. I have no idea.
I don't think
crazy.
it has. It's got to be rough, though, because you know you can do it, but if the car doesn't do what it's supposed to do, you know, it's like you're always a little bit worried that something's going to break completely and you're done. You know, you always have that little hesitation there, which is...
So are we going to get superstitious here? Because Johan has had a red car his whole career, basically, and now he switched it up. Did the problem start with the livery change?
Bum, bum, bah.
So, I mean...
I don't know. It's been red for 10 years, and now it is not. I mean, there's a little bit of red there, but it's very different. It looks mean. I like it.
Yeah, it looks badass.
I like it a lot.
And Tony, usually his car is very matte red, very, very bright red. This looks more like of a candy red, right? Or a metallic one. It looks really good.
Drivers seem ready, and off they go. Tony in the lead, Johan in the chase. Let's see here, flicks it in. Really nice angle.
But it's on the inside line.
Yep, he's a little bit shallow there.
Misses outside zone 1 into inner clip. Oh, Johan has problems. Johan has problems. There will be no victory for Johan on the
We have Tony finishing off his lap. See if he gets a yellow flag here. Oh no, Johan moves, which is a really smart move. Just get out of the way. If there's an issue, get out of the way.
Is he going to?
Okay. There we go. Fills out that last zone really nicely. But damn.
Oh man, that is a bummer.
That is a bummer, yes.
Oh, he is not happy with this. Tony Avestedt, though, he's very happy. He knows.
He
also,
must be happy right now.
He made a huge mistake in his chase run, so he knows that, oh man, I should have done that better. But well, you're getting handed a freebie here.
Yes.
And none of these guys are happy that this battle went like this. We have. We'll see after this replay if Johan's car is actually getting off the track.
Yeah, if it's a clutch issue.
Yeah, it all goes wrong.
Huh. That is a zone where you should be throttling, though, so I'm not sure if it cut out on him or what is going on. Nice of him, too, though, to keep going there. He's like, all right, he's not in my way. But still seeing someone just rolling past you, you're like, oh, okay.
You're not supposed to be there. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a... Yeah. Johan cannot get out on his own, so needs some help. Unfortunate. So there has to be a pretty serious mechanical issue. And yeah, that is very unfortunate. Such is life in drifting. And to be honest, I mean, in 10 years with that low amount of mechanical issues that he's had, sooner or later it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's part of drifting. Either you hit a wall or something breaks. It's always drift, break, fix, repeat.
Yeah,
it's
he's
kind of
shaking his head there.
Aw, it's so sad to see.
That is unfortunate.
That livery, though, over there. The little chameleon stuff going on. I like it. Let's get the official word here. Let's see. So the two guys waiting at the starting grid right now is Kristoffer versus Jim Olofsson. So Kristoffer Syversten and Jim Olofsson. And they're pushing him off now. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. What is happening?
Uh-oh. Or was he just in the way? No, he was not.
Oh, no.
No, what is that?
Do you... Oh, no. I have a serious deja vu. This happened... I think this happened last year.
Oh, no.
With Tony.
Oh, my goodness.
and I think...
Is it the track? Is this a track that's jinxed?
It might be.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
I wonder what it was. What happened to him last year?
It was the same thing. It started leaking, I think. And it was also a driver called Andreas Lilja who stood on the start line. The car just started leaking. Also a blue Supra. So Supras in this track, they're not the greatest of friends.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious here.
So I'm in the chat here, hanging out. So a lot of people here, a lot of more Swedes this time. Some Finland people.
All right, Tony Averstedt moves on to top 8, the grade 8.
Wow, talk about a bit of a luck there. So just barely managed to finish his round against Johan, and it's like, oh, car's broken. Had I waited a little bit more, that would have been it.
Yeah, he's very lucky it didn't happen on track, that he had to use his 5-minute.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here if Christopher and Jim can put down BMW against BMW.
So a few people in chat here, they're saying, "Oh, I'm here now. I'm here live at the event, and it looks amazing." They say, and
that's awesome.
I can not do anything else than agree. Looks amazing.
Yes.
So next pair out, Jim Olofsson versus Kristoffer Syvertsen, Norwegian versus Swedish driver here.
Yep.
Norwegian on the left is going to lead Jim Olofsson, the Swede, around. And are we going to see the Swedish driver here trying to make it up on the door? And he is very close. Jim Olofsson's doing a good job. Kristoffer Syvertsen, smooth as he was his previous rounds, all the way out. Nice job by Kristoffer in the lead.
Yeah, Jim leaves a little bit early there.
Yeah, tries to catch up ground.
Yep.
Oh, here we see that. We talked about it. They're cutting inside of the inner clip number 2, all the way up to the door. Jim Olofsson's trying to chase. Ooh, bit of a scare there.
Yeah, a little sudden shutdown. But yeah, he was definitely pushing to be close.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Really solid lead.
Yeah, we got someone from your place. Tyricus from Florida.
Ooh.
Watching on my TV, so not much in chat, but thank you for an awesome stream. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so much. The Floridians are here.
Yeah. Yeah, you wanna go weird, go to Florida. Like
it's always Florida man something.
Yeah.
Always.
It is just like, no offense. I know a lot of Floridians, they're awesome people, but Florida's a scary place, man. It just
and it's not the Gators, they're scary.
No. I've been to the Everglades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the Gators, and it's kind of cool, but I was more scared of the people, to be honest.
Well, you see some stuff in Florida that you won't see anywhere else, that's for sure. It is a beautiful place, though, too. The beaches are awesome.
Yeah. So we're switching places. Jim Olofsson now going to lead. And Jim Olofsson has been having a lot of trouble. One of these parts, what should you call them? Parts swapper persons who is not running the parts he needs or wants to have on the car. So he's like, oh, it's a totally different car to drive. I have no idea what I'm doing. So he's just, hope, dreams, bubblegum. That's kind of what that car is right now.
Yep. And sizes of tires didn't come in on time, this and that. It's like, you got to work with what you got.
He's like, yeah, it's great for throwing backies, but it's kind of not what I want to do right now. So the front skids a lot, but it's,
it's just floating around.
Yeah, he said, like, well, when I left foot brake and the front just slides, it's like, ooh, that's not what I want.
Alrighty, and here we go. Jim Olofsson in the lead, and Kristoffer Syvertsen in the chase.
I haven't seen Kristoffer in a chase position, so this is going to be very interesting. Oh, he's starting inside. Beautiful.
Yeah, he's like, I'm ready to throw down. He felt so confident when I was talking to him, and darn, he is mimicking.
Massive line break there, however, to get that close. But now he's doing it well. Outer zone 3, beautiful, all the way up on Jim Olofsson, leaving him space for transitions, getting back into inside clip number 2. No wheels off. but
a little choked up there.
Yeah.
But he is in that pocket still. He's still in the pocket.
Wow.
Which is where you want to have your car so you don't get smoked out. If you're a little bit further behind,
amazing,
you'll get smoked out. So that was a beautiful chase. Solid lead. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Phenomenal driving. Amazing. So Johnny Moreau here, French-Canadian here. It's 1 p.m. Good day to you. Good day to you.
Good day. Good day.
Good afternoon. It's
wow.
Like very much. This is probably the closest tandem battle we've seen, bar Tor-Arne Kvia. This is great stuff. A little bit of an early transition there by Christopher.
Yeah, he cut in a little bit there, but he fixed that pretty good, I would say. They could have been a little bit deeper in outer 3, but transitioning over to this inner clip number 2 fixes it a little bit there so it doesn't hit that cone. Follows beautifully in outer 4.
Really shows he shows the experience how.
Yeah.
He has that allows him to adjust, get back on it. Adjust, back off, get back on it.
Yep. You gotta look at the lead driver there and see what they're gonna do, and he is doing that very well.
Yeah. So what do you think? I'm thinking Christopher takes this. I have no idea. I'm just spitballing here.
Yep. That's what, if I was a judge, that would be what I voted.
Yeah.
And the judges did.
Seems to be. Kristoffer Syvertsen, Norwegian. Norway moves on. Oh, he is so relieved. You could, oh man, you can see on his face like, oh man, that's so good. Yeah, but he really deserves it.
Yes, that was some solid driving right there, both lead and follow.
I think I'm more impressed with him than anyone else. It's just like, wow, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's like, I'm here to take home that trophy. Bye-bye.
Taking no prisoners.
All right, next up we have Morten Stongberg and Joachim Andersson.
Oh, we have South Africans here, Kayla Pombal.
Oh, wow.
It's evening there from her. Hello from South Africa. Good to have you.
All right, the drivers are ready. Morten told me earlier that he thinks it's going to be a lot of fun driving against Joachim here.
Yeah.
He trusts his driving, so he's going to try to put it on his door later. But now Joachim is in the chase. Morten is throwing it down into outer zone number 1.
Oh,
comes up a little bit short. Huge correction there by Joachim, unfortunately. They're both going through the outer 2 there. Joachim misses it.
Bit of a tight angle there for Morten into zone 3. We see him there very tight.
They're door to door over here.
Throwing it down inside. Joachim has to straighten out a bit, trying to catch up. Morten is on fire.
Yeah, that is a really nice lead.
I've never seen him drive this good. Crazy. I love this from Morten. Oh, was that contact there?
Nah.
I don't think so.
I think he angled up not to hit him. But yeah, so Joachim had 3 battles in the top 32.
Yeah.
2 one-more times. But it felt like his car wasn't 100%. There's all these little changes. Like he has really grippy tires from Drift Masters and so forth. So maybe he's working with some grip, track changes, temperatures.
He has some massive understeers there. Steering inside. Oh, that's terrible.
And they said the track is pretty bouncy. So any little bounce kind of throws him off a little bit right now. The first 2 one more time laps. Well, his first lap earlier and then the one more time threw him off as well. Felt okay on the last one. He went through to top 16 here. But he's got to push it hard to make it into grade 8.
So we have some Brazilians here with us in the chat. You Doritos.
Welcome, Brazil.
Welcome, Brazil. I would love to love your language. I would like to learn it. It is a very cool language.
All right, swapping places here. Joachim is going to be in the lead. Linus is checking over the vehicle. So the only person on grid that is allowed to touch your vehicle is Linus.
Yeah, unless you take a 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a very, very important stuff there. So switching places, Joachim Andersson is his black and yellow and white Nissan Silvia S14, and Morten Stongberg in his teal and silver Mercedes-Benz CLK. Just a badass looking car, both of them. But the Merc it's a very uncommon car, so it kind of sticks out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
But you have to be able to drive it to actually, have that kind of wow factor. And this event, Morten does.
Oh, yeah.
Really
he threw down. Let's see if he can chase him now. Might be some cleanup going on. I'm not 100% sure here. But Morten, holy crap. That was a really good lead. I wonder what happened there with Joachim's car. If it was grip issue or what it was.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
All right, checking the drivers. They're ready to go. And here we go. Joachim Andersson in the lead and Morten following. Enters in. Nice flick in there.
Yeah.
And it keeps a really consistent angle going down here. Doesn't really reach out to the outer zone, number 1.
Oh, gets very wide here.
Yeah.
Morten tries to stay on him.
Outer 2 looked good, and he got a lot of speed going over to outer 3.
You can see the speed difference here between Joachim and Morten. Morten trying to hang on, but there is it.
Ooh! Oh, wow, that was
a close call, and that might cost Morten his battle.
Yeah, that was very, very close to that wall. I'm going to have to see that recap and see where the lead was, but I feel like there was enough distance between them for him not to get that close to that wall. Wow. So both of them had some solid hiccups during chasing, but their leads were really solid as well. This is going to be a hard one. Let's see here. A little bit shallow there. Comes up.
Wide. It makes a bit of a big correction there. Does not carry that angle. Joachim kind of drives away from him. I think the judge is going to look at that and it's like, well, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And look, let's see here. Is there enough space? Yeah. Yeah, just a mistake for Morten.
Yep.
Nothing.
Seems like it might be gripping up instead of going sideways there. It didn't quite come out to the outer 2, and getting over to outer 3 was very, very not straight, I wouldn't say. It was still in drift, but it wasn't as flicky as I would want to see it.
Yeah, I think it's just it looks like a simple mistake of transitioning just a second too early.
Yeah.
And he just like, uh-oh, there's a concrete wall there.
I'm like, oh, hello.
Let's not do that.
How are you doing? Did not want to take you on a date right now. Concrete wall. Stay away.
Not today, Satan. Not today. Yeah, they're pretty happy, but is this going to be Joachim Andersson's cursed run? Is this going to be a one more time now? It could really go that way.
It could.
Because they both made big mistakes. Not sure if it's going to be enough from either drivers to actually put a 0 on the board, but
they're definitely going to get some deductions for those hiccups and their chase runs, both of them. All right, bird's eye view here. Comes in shallow, misses it. He grips, it gets some angle there. Morten gets some angle, but there he loses it a little bit, and he's just trying to make up for that lost proximity. Joachim has some good angle there, but wow, that car wanted to go forward there. Sheesh. Both do pretty good there.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough one. That is going to be a tough one.
Ooh, I see the live stream struggling with the bit rate here. It's getting pixelated. We had a little bit of a better connection before. It would be interesting to look at that. We had a very clean image on the top shot before.
Yeah.
I hope we can fix that. So they're still talking.
Did he just flick his mirror out? Did he have his mirror?
I don't know. All right. The flag is going up.
All righty.
Where's it going to land?
Morten or Joachim?
I don't think any of them know. Like, they're not certain. I think it's going to be a one more time.
It is a one more time.
One more time. A one more time.
Joachim is like, really, guys? Give me a break.
In 2 battles, he's had 3 one more times. But I really think that is justified here.
I mean, honestly, it's not a bad thing for him. He is doing this, the first round on Scandinavian Drift Series as a wild card, so he's not doing the whole series. This is technically his practice and testing before he goes into Drift Masters.
Yeah, exactly.
So more laps, the better. You get to know your car better and everything. And those little adjustments he was talking about earlier that changes how the driving feels in it. Just little things here and there adds up in a while. So it's good that he gets to practice in it, but dang.
Exactly.
That's a lot of one more times for a day.
Yeah.
For one guy.
We have Optimus Media watching from New Zealand.
Welcome.
So the Kiwis are here.
The Kiwis are here.
Amazing. Amazing to have you here.
That's perfect.
So Robert Åhäll on the left in his BMW E92 and Olav Haugen Hasdal in his Merc his Mercedes-Benz A-Class, beautiful. And Olav here from Norway, I am very much impressed. I think he's one of my favorite drivers this event. Just an amazing driver in all aspects. And here we see Robert Åhell.
Nasty flick in there on the initiation.
A lot of angle from Robert here. Can he hold the line though? No, he cannot. Comes in shallow here on both outer zone and unit clip. Outer zone 2 misses that one as well. Olav is doing his best on the inside, trying to catch up on a shallow line from Robert Åhell. Fills outer zone number 3, gets down, back into it. Follows tightly here. There's going to be tight on the wall.
Was that a straightening?
He almost spins. Robert Åhell almost spins around. There's just a huge
Wow,
mess.
and he shuts it down too. I think.
Is that a debeat? No. Look at that.
It is debeated on the right there.
No.
Or did he hit the wall?
I think it's actually. It looked like toe out.
Because he debeated earlier.
Yeah, it might be left debeat and right smashed into like a toe out or.
Yeah, there's where that crew guy was talking about earlier. Got to step it down just a teeny weeny bit. Cut down on the spice.
Ooh, a bit of a hesitation there for a late entry for Robert, and it makes Olav hesitate back behind him. What is happening?
Yeah, it's a lot of angle going up through there.
Let's see left back tire on Robert's car now. Did he debeat it already? Is it debeated? I can't really tell. No, it doesn't seem like that. So what happens here? He leaves space. Mistake from Olav. And then mistake from Robert.
Yeah, no, he came out with way too much angle.
Smashes the wall. I think that is the bumper hanging
here
is
we
him
go.
touching the concrete on this side. I think so, in outer zone 2.
Well, yeah,
So
he's
almost
over-rotating right there.
And then comes back and
tries to
smashes
fix
the
it.
wall.
Yep.
Boom.
Exactly. Bam.
Oh, that's
wow.
a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I want to say this is Robert's fault.
Yes. I would say.
Yeah, that right back tire cannot be straight. It does not look straight.
Did he take a 5-minute earlier? Do you know?
Yeah, he debeated.
Yep, so he's already taken his 5-minute, which means he's not allowed another one. In that case. Or no, maybe it was...
It depends on how the judges... I want to say he took the 5.
Let's see what the
I'm getting
verdict
old.
is.
My memory does not serve me well.
Old man.
Yeah.
All right, Dad.
So we're actually quite hot in here for
it's
once.
getting...
I'm going to turn this off.
All right.
The space heater that we got.
Yeah,
There's a
thank
luxury
whoever
this
brought
event.
that in there.
There's a luxury this event to be able to turn that off.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Robert Åhell is...
out of competition.
Out of comp. He's calling it quits. I believe he might have used his 5-minute, or it's just that Sirius on the car does not feel safe to drive. So we have Olav here, gonna do his second lap.
Yeah. So we're having the chat here from the series. Åhell already took his 5 minutes, so yeah, that was it.
All
and here
right.
I think we get to see now Olav Hagenhofte why he's a favorite of mine. So aggressive, so smooth in this car. Let's hope that he did not sustain any damage in the contact, if there were any, with Robert. Such a cool car.
And that guy lives for drifting, sacrifices everything. Woo, that angle.
Massive
He is
angle.
happy right now.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
why
tell.
I love it. Such a cool driver.
It is. Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, you have sunglasses, you have a helmet, but I can see the happiness in there. He's like,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yup. All right, let's see if they move on to Kvia and Ågren, or if they come back from that one more time with Stångberg and Andersson. Amen. Officially, Olav goes to the grade 8. Very unfortunate for Robert. Because that dude shreds. He shreds.
Yeah, really shreds. Next pair out.
All right, it is Kiva and Ågren. So we have Tor-Arne Kvia and Filip Ågren.
2 Nissan S13s. One with a PS13 front end and the other with an S15 front end. Both V8s and both a very, very talented driver. I think Tor-Arne Kvia is the more internationally experienced driver, however, of these two. But Filip Ågren is no... he's no beginner. Let's just say that.
I think he placed 5th or something like that in the Swedish Drift Championships. Alrighty, here we go. We have Tor Arne in the lead and Philip in the chase. Let's see here. Flicks it in. Ooh, aggressive flick right there.
Oh, a late one from Philip there.
Yeah.
Moving it in. Let's see if we can keep it close all the way around. Is Tor Arne on his line? Yes, he is. Phil's outer zone number 2. Throwing it back. D-cell zone. Slow the car down into zone 3. Outer zone number 3 looks nice from Kvia, but Philip is all there.
Yeah, Philip caught up.
Oh, a bit of a mistake from both drivers there. They're kind of a hiccup.
A little bit of a hesitation going over there in that transition, I think.
Yeah, we see
however, they're
eating the cone.
Yep, bringing it with him. Sticking out right there.
Bringing it to the starter. This is my present for you.
Oh, wow, that one got jammed in there. It's like, I'm bringing this home.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Got it. Linus, the toothpick.
So
let's see. Oh, that initiation is
nice.
gorgeous.
Very
so aggressive. Flicks to angle and sticks with that angle. Comes down here in outer 1. Fills it pretty decently. Could have been a little bit deeper there. They do get up to the inner 1. Outer 2 fills that. And the speed they carry out here to make it out to that wall is insane.
Well, let's look here. Coming out of zone 3. What happens here?
So
on a very wide line.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit too wide coming out there.
Actually. I think that's a very, I think that because the judges talked about it, we want to see them go deep here.
Yes, you want to get a little bit deep. It's something in between. You don't want to be on this wall over here or too close to the other wall. You want to be somewhere in between, not particularly at midline right there, but you want to have that space to be able to carry it out and flick over to get to the inner clip number 2.
And if you go wide, as Kvia did there out of zone 3, it also leaves a lot of room for the car behind to actually come and pull up on them. And if they can't do that, despite you leaving all that space, that also talks against you as a chase driver. Like, oh, you couldn't even follow that. So now he's giving you more space than he actually needs to, and you still couldn't pull up. So that's going to be viewed negatively on Philip's end there. So let's see if Philip can push Tor Arne Kvia to do a better job.
Yep, Philip in the lead here, and Tor Arne in the chase. Philip runs up, flicks it in. Aggressive flick there, too. He keeps it at an angle, and Tor Arne is on his door, and he hits him. Whoa! Oh, no! Straight into the wall. Wow. No. No. They've been fixing that car all weekend and stuff. Is he all right?
He's
all right. It seems like he is all right.
Oh, he got out of the car immediately. Tor Arne Kvia.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
He is.
That's good sportsmanship,
really
though.
About that. That is not what Tor Arne wanted.
No. No, no. Because that was him hitting Philip.
Yeah.
Right here.
And
boom, throws him off. And
that's kind of the worst part.
I think he let off throttle there.
He actually pushed him. But it's in such a place that usually doesn't really mean, it doesn't translate to you going, oh, he pushed him on the front end.
Unless he pushed, he hit his wheel where it kind of straightened it out, made that car rotate over. Because usually if someone's side by side like that and don't hit your front wheel, you can stay on it and keep it.
Oh, yeah.
But he must have hit that wheel and something happened with the steering there.
Because the car just understeers.
Or he just like felt it and let off thinking it was something wrong with his car. You never know. When you're in there, it's such a different perception than what it is from the outside.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a bummer.
Yeah. That is a bonk if I ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
Linus, go scoot, scoot.
We have
Tor Arne coming back up here.
Yeah. We have, let's see here.
The roll of shame here. He's not happy.
No.
I feel so bad for both of them because both of them are such skilled drivers. Question is, I mean, I feel like the D-cell kind of goes almost out there at least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tor Arne was coming in hot.
Yeah. We have Marhaba from United Arab Emirates.
Ooh, wow.
People all over the world. Phenomenal to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Almost 2,000 people here. Yeah, that hit is... I don't know what to make of it. It doesn't seem that hard, but again, as I've said, these front end parts, they are very fragile. Usually they're very fragile, so...
Yeah, and it looks like he had pretty decent speed coming down there after that initiation.
So maybe Tor Arne just miscalculated what Philip was going to do and got a little bit too close. That's what we're thinking here. Like we said earlier, it's a matter of seconds. If you're on throttle just half a second too long, you're going to hit somebody, which might have been the case here.
Yeah.
They're towing him out on with the UCB loader out here.
The question is now, are the judges going to look at this and say, Tor Arne Kvia put Philip in this position, and Philip is now getting ample time to fix his car, and or is it going to be a what you call a race incident? It just happened, that was it, and then Philip is going to have to use a 5 minute. However, 5 minutes, it's not going to be enough, is it?
I mean, that contact was avoidable. You could slow your car down. You should be looking at the lead all the time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is where they will deem the chase at fault. Usually,
Exactly.
we will see here what they say.
So I was talking about virtual drifting and what kind of sense it makes to continue to do that.
Yeah.
And why you do it.
It's visual memory too. You see stuff.
Exactly.
More.
And one of these things when you drive virtually, and as I say, I'm a big proponent of this and have been since 2008, trying to push drivers to do this, is that you learn how to handle a lot of these situations by muscle memory. And it's a very, very good process to know that I've crashed hundreds or thousands of times in a virtual simulator. I know in theory what I should be doing. If I get hit in this certain situation, I know that I can pull my e-brake and try to rotate the car instead of trying to lock the brakes as a new driver would do because they're panicking, and having that calm. But then again, as I said before, it doesn't always translate. Because this, you have, first of all, you have a split second to
Both
react.
of those scenarios I can relate to. I went front first, locking up the brakes into the wall once because it wasn't flicking out. I should have clutch kicked, which I learned later. Don't ever touch the foot brake, ever.
Right.
And then the second time I went into a wall was rear end, but I controlled that more. I pulled that e-brake to make sure that I hit with the rear, less damage. The worst is when it hits your front end. You have all the suspension parts up there, engine parts, everything.
Yeah.
So
a rear end is 99.9 times always easier to fix.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's a crunch point with that bash bar and everything. The only thing is if you have rear mount radiators, fuel cells, can get a little dangerous if you hit it too hard there, absolutely. But everything in drifting is dangerous.
But it's still cheaper than an engine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And coilovers and angle kits and this and that. Oh, my gosh. There's just so many parts in the front versus the back. I mean, these cars, though, have an independent rear suspension, so you can set up the axles and everything as you please on these as well. So that's a lot of parts, too. Yeah. But you do have that rear, like, trunk area with the bash bar.
A lesser of two evils. Like, you don't want to hit any of them.
No, you never want to hit anything.
The lesser of two evils is the rear. But saying all this, it's like, yes, in theory, that might be the thing you should have done. Oh, you should have pulled the e-brake.
Everything's so easy to say after you've done it, though.
And the second
it goes so fast.
Maybe he wasn't able to.
Yeah.
Maybe the car locked up.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if he pulled the e-brake because the front end was locked.
Yeah.
You're going to understeer anyway. It doesn't matter. So it's a very, like, it's easy to be like an armchair drifter at home.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you should have done this.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's one of the worst things about the internet, honestly. Everyone has an opinion about, oh, you should have done, It's like, yeah, I know, I should have done that. You don't think I thought of that after?
Yeah. Could you imagine my job then as a professional armchair drifter? Because I literally comment drifting for a living? Like, it's insane. I'm basically a professional internet troll. It's just insane. And the thing is now, to bring back to the point of virtual drifting, is that when you practice these things, it translates so well into where do I look? How do I act?
Yep.
How do I plan for things that I don't know? How do I plan for things I can't see? And put me in these situations that might be either dangerous or scary, first of all. Like, oh, I know how to handle my car at 200 miles an hour. I know how that, I have an idea in a simulator how that feels. Okay, so I know I probably shouldn't be locking my brakes crazy when I go off track, whatever it is. So there's a lot of things you can learn and do things. I took that from a simulator, and I went and sat down in the drift car, and I went 2 laps, I think 2 warm-up laps on Mantorp, and then I drifted most of Mantorp Park, never having drifted a car before.
That's awesome.
It's crazy.
I've never been on sims. I wish I had a sim, honestly, because of that, like the muscle memory, the eyesight, the little seeing what a car is going to do without actually being in a car and having to crash it. Because, like I said, those walls are hard when you hit them.
Oh yeah. Now it's an amazing tool, and me and my friends, we started with this pretty early in Sweden, and we tried to get people to do this, but the technology wasn't there, the belief in that system wasn't there, and I understand all that. But now, most people in this country...
They even have online simulator competition series.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I was part of the series that is the biggest one today, called the Virtual Drift Championship.
Wow.
I built that together with those people. I helped them do that because I just love that project. It's such a great thing. One of my friends, he actually went to drive a car in Europe because of that. So, is this... this is... Filip Ågren is going to come out, and Tor-Arne Kvia is at fault, which means that Filip Ågren gets ample time to fix his car. However, that means that ample time is until his next battle.
Yes.
So it's totally dependent on where he is in the bracket.
So Filip Ågren gets to fix his car. Tor-Arne was at fault there.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This, sorry, excuse me. This is very ego boosting. We have Prospo in the chat here. We need these commentators in FD.
Oh boy, Jared, we're coming for you.
I'm blushing.
The thing is, though, Jared gets to sit there with the judges so they can kind of communicate with each other. Which, unfortunately, right now we're missing that. But we do have people messaging us what is going on if we do not see it on the live stream, which is awesome. Thank you guys for that.
We can to get this show on the road. So, Odd Helge Hälsa from Norway, Alfred Grinberg from Sweden, Alfred Greenberg, who has had a lot of issues this weekend as well, trying to make this happen, but has an incredibly quick car. Odd Helge Hälsa, who tries to get away here, reaches outside zone 2, full of angle, slows the car down, out to zone 3. Beautifully
nice
done by Alfred
too.
on the door. Amazing job.
Ooh, and they're getting into their own sauce there, but they can still see each other.
Yeah, that was a shot in the dark from Alfred. Amazing job.
Wow. He even left foot brakes there. You see that light on the back of his window? He's left foot braking, slowing himself down just a little bit so he doesn't get too spicy on him there.
Beautiful stuff.
It was really cool. Earlier, Alfred had an issue in outer zone 3. Car did some really weird stuff. Like from the outside, you were looking at it, you're like, what the heck happened there? It actually died on him mid-lap. And he did a roll start mid-drift, got it back on, clutch kicked it, and continued the lap. I was like, you did what?
You did what now?
Alrighty then.
And his...
Oh boy, he was very shallow there though. That is a big hiccup on the chase. However, he does kind of make up for it. Like the rest of the lap is, I don't see any issues with the rest of his chase lap there.
Just beautiful. So lets Odd Helge go a little bit, then gets right back on him. Shallows up a little bit to get the speed here to dive in on Odd Helge.
Helge's line though, and he has that angle coming down here, and it continues with a really, really smooth line there.
You can see the front wheel barely moves.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff from Odd Helge out in front.
The judges love that when it comes to angle. They don't want you to throw in a bunch of angle and then correct your angle all the time. They want you to throw it in and be confident and just send it.
Yeah. So Alfred Greenberg had a loose subframe, I think you spoke about earlier.
Yes, in qualifying, his subframe, the front was about to fall out.
There are a lot of issues that you don't want. That is one of them.
All right, Alfred in the lead here, and Odd Helge in the chase.
Can Odd Helge do a better job now?
Nice smooth flicking on the wall there. He also has that consistent angle coming down into outer zone 1. He's a little bit shallow. Both of them are very shallow on the chase there.
There from Odd Helge loses the ground here on Alfred Greenberg. Outer zone number 3, can he reach it? Odd Helge tries to cut inside track line here to get some momentum going, but it's not enough.
That line right there, it's a little bit off, and that's what it does too. If you're too shallow coming out of 3 there, it's going to push you out when you come down to outer 4.
On fire here.
Wow. Oh, and look at that sunset. It's so pretty. But not as pretty as these cars. Let's see who takes it home. Dang, that was really close too, because both of them had major hiccups. Let's see this replay when they were chasing.
I actually think if I say this right now, oh, that is a beautiful one.
Yeah, that entry was
I think that Alfred has this. That's
He's not very deep in there, though. Yeah. I mean, that commitment right there, though. He's not letting up. He's just going. Little let off there. On throttle again.
Mega stuff from Alfred.
See the line on the chase there, how it kind of messes up coming out here?
Yeah, it does not really follow. It kind of takes an inside line, and it kind of messes him up all. I think Alfred has this.
Misses all of 4 there. Yeah, I mean, both really, really great drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Puts down some solid runs.
But both better in lead than chase in this battle.
Yeah, it seems to be a theme today.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, it does get very smoky in here. We're lucky we have the wind right now. It is hard to see, and you have a lot of elevation going up and down into the bowl.
And the sun is setting.
Yeah, the sun's setting where they're coming back from outer 3 there. I mean, it's pretty though. I like it.
Oh, it's beautiful. You should see, I don't know if you saw that before, but when Odd Helge had his lead run, he was actually covering the sun, so it became red.
Oh, wow.
It was beautiful. I was like,
Spicy.
oh my God, I want to look into the sun. Oh my God, stop looking into the sun. You're going to go blind.
I was like, I can't stop. I won't stop.
It's all spots. I can't see anything. It's just dots. One-on-one Dalmatines? The spotty dogs who are black and white. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Dude, I had a brain fart too.
Yeah,
I'm like, words are hard, man.
Yeah, I think it's Dalmatine.
Dalmatine. It's Swedish, but now I'm like, wait, my brain's supposed to be on English right now.
So these really young guys.
Yeah.
Really young guys. And they're talking about how their run went.
It's like, just flick it.
It's like full lock. I was on full lock, bro. Could not do it harder. That entry from Alpha was amazing.
That's the really awesome thing about this sport, too. If you compare it to other motorsports can be very secretive about how it's going for them, what they share with other drivers. With drifting, I feel like everyone, when you're on track, I'm battling you. But off track, if you have an issue or anything, anyone's down to help. They give you pointers. They help you out with setup stuff. Like, if you have any questions, you're comfortable enough to just, hey, can I borrow this? Hey, what do you think about, how did your car feel when you did this? Like, everyone helps each other out because we want to drive against the best people out there.
Exactly.
And to be the best, you got to beat the best.
And one of those things is the crash between Tor-Arne Kvia and Filip Ågren. Usually what happens is that Tor-Arne Kvia, who is deemed at fault here, and he knows he's at fault, he's like, here, take my tools.
Go fix your car. Take my crew.
Like, go fix his damn car. I want to see him go.
Okay, then. So it is a one more time.
Yeah, that's what we want to see, actually.
Wow, we got one judge.
I'm excited about that.
On each. And the last judge said one more time. That is a close call.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very close. Both of them did have hiccups on their chase, but their leads were strong as hell.
Yeah. We have people from Czech Republic. I'm going to butcher your name here, but I think it's Lukáš Lambert from Czech Republic. Good to have you here.
Alrighty, we are back here for the one more time with Morten Stongberg and Joachim Andersson. Morten in the lead, flicking it in, coming down to outer zone 1 here.
Really wants. Joachim does not want to do another one more time.
No, he's on him. However, he did not really reach out there. You can see him brake to try to get out to outer 2 and get on that line. However, he catches up again, a little bit shallow on outer 3 here, coming out. Morten is a little bit shallow there, transitioning over, but let's see if he can fix that line a little bit. Oh, no! Joachim straightens a little bit, almost looks like.
Not great.
It's iffy, and the sun just went down, so the temperature change right now is going to be insane. The only thing that heats up Jönköping right now was the sun.
And the people.
I mean, yeah, there is a lot of people out here, but also a lot of people online here that didn't make it out. We appreciate you so much. But yeah, the temperature drops, track feels so different, grip is completely different, your tires feel different. It is super, super weird, but it's part of drifting as well. You never know what weather is going to be. We got really lucky now that it's not even raining and it's not snowing or freezing the track, because nighttime it gets below 0 here.
Oh, yeah.
Below 32
below.
Fahrenheit.
Hey.
I give up. I'm just going to go metric system. Sorry, America. You got to figure it out.
Yeah, the only country in the world who does. I think it's like 3-4 countries in the world who does that. Like, come on, get with it.
All right, let's see here. He kind of pushes forward to catch up. He can't really get it to slide out there, it looks like. This live gives me like a twitch every time I twitch. Yeah. I'm like, ugh.
Epilepsy.
Yes. All right, so they swapped spots here. Joachim is going to lead, and Morten is going to chase. The second part of their second run together, the one more time. Oh, those cars both look so mean, dude. And so does Linus right now. Really mean. Look at that resting bitch face.
Yeah, so we have people in the chat asking who we are. So my name is Dennis Stavon. I'm a longtime commentator in Sweden for Swedish Motorsports, drifting in time attack specifically. And with me I have the lovely Sarah Haro from US/Sweden. I don't know where origin is now. That is not important. We're going into the battle.
Yes. Joachim flicks it in really nicely there.
High speed from Joachim.
Oh, yeah. He pushes it out. He pushes it out.
Morten is there.
He is.
However, I think now we're going to see some separation. Joachim's car is very quick.
Much angle.
So there's a lot of correction there from Morten getting into zone 3. Kind of straightens a little bit to try to gain ground. And here's we see Morten getting very close and intimate with that concrete wall.
Scares me every time.
And he knows that he's not as fast, so he needs to cut a little bit of corners here to try to catch up, but it's not going to work. Joachim is incredibly fast.
Joachim transitioned a little bit early, I feel, though, and threw a lot of angle coming out to outer 3. However, damn, that was solid.
Amazing stuff.
Morten, you could stop giving me heart attacks with that little concrete wall there, please. That scares me every time. I was like, oh, did he? Oh, we're good. I mean, he clears it every time. It's close, but all right. Joachim fills out that outer zone 1 at the end, at least. I'm not sure how early he got into it. A little bit shallow there on 2, while Morten misses it completely. Tries to gain some ground over here. Joachim nicely out in outer 3. And here is where that transition is kind of important, not being too close to that barrier, so you get the right line for inner clip number 2 and coming down to the outer zone 4. Joachim does that beautifully. Morten is back near him, and they finish off.
So we're looking at the drone footage here as well and trying to get that fixed, of course. So we're having a bit of a glitch here. So there's a lot of radio waves here interfering probably. That might be a reason. Let's see here. Is Joachim Andersson going to get another one more time? No, it is Morten Stångberg. Morten Stångberg moves on.
Takes it home.
Phenomenal win for him. He's so happy. Look at him screaming.
He's pumped. He was telling me earlier, he's like, I'm going to try to get on his door. Like, I trust his driving, so I'm going to try.
Yeah.
And he's like so mellow about it. And I was like, dude, get on it.
Yeah.
Get on that door. You know you want to.
Get more coffee in your system to get hype.
Yes.
So, yeah. But great for Morten Stångberg. Moving on into the Great 8.
All right. So we are officially done with half of the bracket. Now on to the right side, where we have Tor-Arne Kvia versus Filip Ågren. No.
Hang on.
No.
This is Sondre.
Oh my God. I always mix those cars up. I am so sorry, my guys. I am so sorry. So moving down here, so Sondre versus Øyvind
Bogen. So 2 S chassis, one S15, one S13. S13 on the left, S15 on the right. So let's see if Øyvind Bogen can follow Sondre.
Oh, that is oh no! Whoa!
Did the
that
car
was
just
scary.
cut out?
I was like, don't hit the wall, please.
Don't smash that again.
Yeah, I apologize for my mix-up there. Sondre and Tor-Arne are teammates, and they both have those pink S13s.
Yeah, with yellow wheels.
With yellow wheels, and they both compete internationally and just in Norway last year, doing the Scandinavian.
It says Kvia Motorsport on Sondre Enger's car, so.
That is my bad, though. I should practice more on telling those 2 cars apart, but dang, that was hard.
Yeah.
I should have seen, though, that it was not the neon fenders on the chase car there.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say it. It's not in good faith, but there is another drifting event that is happening today.
I know.
Over the pond.
Yes.
So if you want to watch both, you can watch both. No hard feelings. Just don't close this.
Taking out his 5 minutes. Something with the steering. He was yanking that steering wheel.
Ooh, this is spicy. We're getting the message that it is a faulty start.
Yeah.
So
did someone jump the light, or did they hit a cone, or is he taking a 5 minute?
Oh, he's taking 5 minutes. Oh, that is such a shame. So wait. Am I getting this right? So Sondre throws it in, sees that it's a faulty start, shuts it down, and then has a problem with the steering. Could that be it?
I think that could be it. I mean, I guess the good luck in the bad luck kind of thing, that it didn't happen. Something weird happened with the steering mid-run and caused a really bad collision there. He felt it and is able to take that 5 minute now instead.
So we're going to move on in the ladder here.
I love the form of communication out here.
Oh, yeah.
We have these guys running back and forth between the judges' booth and our booth here doing the live stream with little notes saying, hey, he took his 5 minutes. Like, yes.
Slamming a sheet of paper on the window. We're sitting in front of it. It's like, oh, this is happening right now. Thank you.
I love it.
It's awesome.
They're the real MVPs here.
We're living in the digital age and still using papers. Fantastic.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Technology is awesome.
You gotta do what you gotta do. No, MVPs though. Everyone running this event.
Oh hell yeah! We just work here, man. Like we're doing nothing compared to all these people around us. Like all the track people, all the race directors, all the communication,
all the
broadcasting
media
team. It's insane. Like these people are doing the hardest work in the world, and I kind of feel bad when people come up to me. It's like, oh, you're doing a great job. I was like, no, I'm just talking about what I see. That's super easy.
Let's see here. We got.
So this is Odd Helge Hellstad and Alfred Grimberg. Alfred Grimberg on the right.
It is there one more time.
Oh, this. Oh, could you imagine the pressure now?
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine? Like, this is going to be balls to the wall, I hope. Odd Helge Hellstad, who is really a high-level driver, has not been able to perform in the way that I usually see him here. Usually breezes through top 32 and top 16 and has been struggling.
That's a nice aggressive flick.
Ooh, Grimberg is right there, all the way out on the zone there. It's pretty good from Odd Helge.
Yeah.
Be out further out, nails inside zone. Woo, outer zone number 2, inside clip. Look well.
Oh, wow. They're coming out there perfectly. Look at that chase. He is on his door.
Amazing stuff from Alfred Grimberg on him all the way around.
Sticking with it. They kind of missed that inner clip a little bit there, got a little bit wide.
Yeah, but it opens the door for Alfred to get right up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful stuff. I just want to clap my hands in here, but it's going to suck on the mic. But, man,
air
that's
claps.
amazing. Yeah,
air claps. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that was awesome. That was insane. Let's see this replay here.
Yeah, and
I love this flick. Look at that. Kabam!
Alfred
Angle.
trusts Odd Helge here completely. He knows that he's a high-level driver. I'm just going to do my thing, and I'm going to trust that you're going to be on track here. Cutting it close to the wall there.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like at this level of drifting, you got to trust each other.
Yeah, it's impossible. You can't drive at this level without trusting people.
That pocket positioning right there. I love it.
If you don't have the trust, you then have to gamble, and you do not want to gamble at this level.
No. Got a little bit wide there and a little bit shallow on outer 4, but as solid. That is really solid. I love how Alfred was just putting his car where he needed to put it. And he used that left foot brake a little bit just so he wasn't didn't make any contact there, but he was on his door. Wow.
Yeah. So we have a question here. Does the 5-minute count starts when he hits back into his pit area? Yes. So
he gets to go to his pit. He gets to jack it up and put it on stance. They cannot put a hand on the car. Once the 5 minutes starts, they put a hand on the car, and when they're done, they get hands off car. If it's after 5 minutes, they're done.
Yeah.
Hope that was a good enough explanation.
Yeah, that was perfect.
But yeah, no, they're allowed to put a jack on it, put it on jacks, and make sure it's safe, and then the 5 minute will start.
Nice.
Nice. Number 69 from Old
All
Helge.
right. The drivers are ready. Swap places. So Alfred will lead and Old Helge will follow.
Alfred now, I want to see this kind of bumper dragon. Oh, well, he's getting a bit of a shallow.
Yeah.
Maybe tones it back a little. Oh, no.
Oh, wow, he's
my
out
God,
there.
That was a huge adjustment from Alfred. Looked like he was going into the wall, but did not.
Kind of floated out there. It looked pretty smooth. Wow.
Look at that gap.
That speed. He is fast. Fast as feet, boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
There
All
are
right, trying to catch up.
Who are on new tires for this event.
Yes.
First time driver.
Oh,
Helge going
my
off
goodness.
with the wheel there. Is that a DB? Is that a DB? It seems like he has trouble.
Nah, I probably just got thrown off trying to catch up, get out all in the same time.
Yeah.
That's one thing with drifting too. There's so many things going on at the same time. You got to keep an eye on everything. And if you're off just by a little bit, that could be it.
Yeah. I think Alfred is going to take this. I'm not biased. I really want the Norwegians to do well, but I am Swedish, so I will represent.
I gotta say, Odd Helge's entry, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Alfred, work on that. You gotta be more aggressive on that
But
one.
he did it last time.
Yeah,
Alfred
he did.
is the only one, actually, I've seen scrape a bumper on the entry. So he's aggressive when he needs to be.
Yes.
And I think he does a phenomenal job here.
Yeah, that lead is beautiful.
What a transition. That is so snappy by Alfred out in front.
And see here, he kind of slides out there. And
textbook run. Alfred makes everything easy for Odd Helge to follow, and he cannot do it. So that's going to be a very harsh comment from the judges. And I think that Alfred is going to move on from this, but it is not the truth until the judges have spoken.
Yes, we need the official word.
So
from the
where
judges.
are we in the bracket right now? How far are we gone? We're more than halfway through, right?
Yes, I believe so. We have a few one more times and so forth, or 5-minute breaks.
We're waiting on some odd ones out, right?
Yes.
Look at that sunset.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, that is really pretty. And right outside of this, we have Vättern, big lake in Sweden, and it's gorgeous.
Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous stuff.
All right, let's see who takes it home and goes on to the grade 8. We have Alfred Grinberg.
Alfred Grinberg moves on. So happy, so happy. Fantastic stuff.
Now we are officially past the half-point mark of the 16.
Awesome.
Ah, such good driving from both drivers.
Phenomenal stuff.
All right, let's see now if there is a pink car up there or not. No, there is not. So I believe we have moved on to Wonka and Vatten.
Ole Peter Vatten in this BMW E 82? 80s.
Is that a 9?
Is a 1 series. Is a new 1 series.
Yes.
So I'm not, my BMW game is not great. Not that any other car brand game is good for me, so it doesn't really matter to say that. But hey, I want to cover all bases.
It is what it is.
It's either 82 or 87, but I don't think it's 87. But he's meeting the Wonka brother.
Yes, the one Wonka brother left. Those two kids are so, I mean, they're not kids, they're technically adults now, but they're so young and they're doing so good.
I was wondering where you want to go with that. So
no,
Max Wonka, who is going to get up on Ole Peter Vatten here. Max Wonka is going to lead, and so this is the brother with the 2J?
Yes, this guy has the 2JZ, around 800 horsepower. His little brother, Ludwig, has a V8 with around 500, a little bit over 500 there. All right, here we go. Max in the lead, Ole Peter in the chase.
Oh, huge flick by Max. And Ole Peter is right there, but has to back off a little bit not to smash Wonka into the wall. Gets in on the inside here. Both guys going pretty tight out on the wall. Ooh, does Ole Peter touch the wall there?
Oh, he's almost
huge
straight.
Kind of mix up here with Ole getting on the inside, missing the outer zone number 3 totally. Judge is going to look harshly at that, get into the side, back on it, down into inside clip number 2. Finish it strong here. and Wonka is doing a good job out in front.
It is. Yeah, that lead was pretty solid. Wonder what happened there.
Yeah.
Maybe he got distracted by the pig or the duck in the air holes on his little quarter windows.
I didn't even see that.
There's a pig right there, and on the other side there's a duck.
Okay, so talking about this, Max Wonka not being in the outer zone number 1.
Yes.
Zone number 2 leaves it a little bit early, I would say.
Yes.
Out in zone 3, I think he's barely inside of it. So a bit of a shallow run here from Max Wonka. And not enough, I would say, to put Ole Petervaden so offline that he has been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he cuts it very shallow, wants to be really right next to Max there. However, you want to be in that pocket. You don't want to be bumper to bumper with the car. You want your front bumper on the side of that car. You want to be in the pocket, that they call it. So the judges are definitely going to look at that, at him, and how he was mimicking the lead driver. Here they have swapped. They check over the cars a little bit. And like I said earlier, Linus is the one on grid that gets to check the cars if there's anything the driver's concerned about, so they don't have to use that 5 minute for something little like a bumper dragging or anything like that.
I can't unsee the goddamn duck now.
I told you.
Look at the right-hand side in the picture, right side of the picture on Max
Driver's
Wonka's
side
red
car.
car here. You see a bit of bird sticking out.
He said when it rains, it helps a lot to keep the rain out, so they
Right.
shove those in there.
Right. Is that one of those, like you squeeze them in this? Oh,
It's
okay. Of course. Yeah. Why not?
I mean, whatever works, man. You
Yeah,
don't
hey,
want
man.
water all over your car.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right, checking those drivers so they're ready.
Yeah, let's see Ole Petervaden step up his game now. He's in lead position here. I want to see what he can do. I know he's a good driver.
All right, flicks it in there. Really nice angle.
Massive angle.
And he keeps that angle coming down. Will that cut him short, or will he push it out? He pushes it out decently. Not all the way out there. Gets that inner clip, though. Outer 2 barely. Yeah, he was on the edge right there with that tire. Coming out to outer 3 here. Yeah, he's just on the
inside
edge.
the zone. He enters it late. Don't know how Max is going to adjust here.
Inner 2, it looks pretty good on both ends.
Out to outer zone number 4 could be closer. Max is right on there, but has to adjust.
Big
not to get into
adjustment,
it.
yeah. Avoided collision, but big adjustment there. I don't know if it got loose. That is the hard part, but going up and down in that little bowl, because your car might feel way lighter in certain spots because you're bouncing up, your suspension's unloading and stuff. So, dang, that's going to be a close one too. All these drivers are so darn good.
The judges, for you who were here with us at Top 32, when we ended that, I interviewed with the head judge, so they said it's going to be splitting hairs. It's not going to get easier getting into the top 16, and that's kind of what we're seeing already. So let's see here. And I think that Max is, it's a bit, what do you say, wishy-washy?
Yeah, not super smooth.
Kind of closes the gap, loses it, closes the gap again, loses it, try to close the gap again.
Those transitions were nice, though. Those 2 transitions there were good mimicking. Here he's a little bit too shallow, too sideways, just like Ole Peter was on his door there when he was next to him chasing him. So the chases and the leads are kind of similar, to be honest.
Very much so. And that might result in one more time. So we are driving this whole event is from top 16 all the way to the finals. So we are going to end this event tonight and crown a winner of a round 1 of the Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series presented by McGuire's.
Oh, that sky right now out here at Custom Motor Show, Elmia Jönköping. So thankful it's not snowing or raining right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cold. It's really cold now that the sun went down, but it is beautiful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the camera, I think, is going to blow out the sun, the sky here. It's going to be overexposed because if they don't do that, we can't see anything on the track.
Nope.
But it's a beautiful sunset here in Sweden, and we're very, very lucky to have these really gorgeous sunsets. And I have a window that actually is
No, look at that. Look at it. You can see that little purple out there. Ooh, they gave us a little filter.
We got an ND filter on that. Fantastic.
Wow.
You can see kind of what that is. Yeah, it's gorgeous here. It's gorgeous.
All right. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's see who takes the next step into the Great 8.
Gureto Eto.
Oui, 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 oui.
Well, it's Japanese, but you know, close enough.
I know. I don't know Japanese.
Me neither.
I barely know French.
I'm just horribly racist when I do that accent.
Wow.
It's not a great thing, but I can't stop doing it. I don't mean any offense. I'm by the way, officially a weeb.
So, officially, Ole Peter Vatten.
With a split decision.
Yes, 1 vote for Max there and 2 votes for Ole Peter.
Narrowly gets the win.
Really good driven of the Wonka brothers today, though. Are we coming back from that 5 minute with Sondre? He had that false start there.
Yeah, and a 5
Felt
minutes.
something going on in his steering. Took his 5 minutes, and now they're back to actually run their runs.
So Sondre Erga and Øyvind Bogen. Øyvind Bogen on the right-hand side in the white, black, and yellow S15.
Is he hot?
And
Is that-
Sondre Erga is on the left with his pink S13.
He's smoking a lot. I'm guessing it's getting
Yeah.
really cold outside.
Yeah, it might be that.
I hope he's not overheating or anything right now.
Oh, that would be terrible.
That would be terrible.
Especially in these conditions.
So I'm like comparing, there's no steam coming out of the S15. S13 is just steaming.
Yeah, so now we have another challenge on top of us. It's getting dark.
Oh, yeah.
So visibility is going to be lower and lower and lower.
All right, Sondre in the lead and Øyvind in the chase.
Beautiful entry by Sondre.
Keeps good angle coming down in the bowl there. Ooh, he fills that so nicely.
Look at that front right tire on Erga's car.
Fills outer 2 perfectly as well. Coming out to outer 3 here. And he puts it by the wall. A little bit closer wouldn't have hurt, but darn, that is solid.
Oh, wow, that is in transition. Ooh, I want to see that on the top shot. That was really quick, but it did not really pay out as probably intended. It was a bit too much. So he got very, very close to the wall. Wow, that was aggressive of Erga.
Yes. Øyvind had a little issue there coming out of 3, outer zone 3, it looked like. We want to see that replay to see what happened here. Boom.
So look at that smooth angle, not
and
a lot of
he keeps
adjustments.
it too all the way down.
Yeah, yeah. Small adjustments. And here we see Erga kind of pulling away.
See, he straightens there.
Yeah. Look now, when he gets out of the zone 3 and does that transition, look at how quickly he does that. And look at what line he takes of it. Look.
Boom. Oh, wow. That is shallow, though. That is kind of shallow.
So it really messes him up, and that Øyvind Bogen has a hard time to follow that because he can't go shallower than Erga did because he's going to end up in the wall.
Exactly.
So he has to take a higher line, which means he becomes stretched out. He becomes even more stressed out because he's not close enough to close that gap.
Exactly, and that's where that lead's going to probably get a little deduction on the line score there. Holy steamy, McMoley. Right, they have swapped places here, so Øyvind will lead and Sondre will chase. It looks kind of spooky, the headlight there. It's a spooky, I like it.
Scary.
All right, Norwegian against Norwegian. And Sondre here is a wild card as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be tough for Øyvind Bogen to...
Okay, all right. I don't know if that was a jump or not.
Well, the chase car can jump.
It can. Sometimes you need it.
Wow, there's a big bump on the inside there.
Oh, yeah, this
Erga's
track
car
is
just
bumpy.
jumping. He's doing a good job here, Erga. Bogen as well. Lots of angle.
Yes.
Does not... Is he on the line? He should be. He's a little bit tight. Big mistake there from Erga on the back as well. Could we see a contact? No, they actually make it out alive. Back into it. Erga needs to be closer to have that dominance. Erga is faster. Definitely is faster. Øyvind Bogen is also known to be a massive angle person, and he demonstrates that here.
Yeah,
But
that lead
also,
was really solid.
He puts Øyvind Bogen in that S15. He is a little bit shallow because of that angle, so he's not on the right line. Kind of misses outer zone number 2, I think, if I remember correctly. And it kind of messes with that the momentum that he needs to be having.
Yeah, a little. It was an all right initiation. Correct his angle a little bit there. Comes out to the wall with a lot of angle. Coming up to inner clip number 1. That is nice. He misses number 2 there. Yes, you are right about that. Comes out wide. He does fill outer 3. Comes out a little bit early, but here they transition.
Look at that. Look
nice.
at that. Edgar, you did the exact same transition again, but he did it in the strategic way this time and cut the line and got into his door. Beautiful. Amazing stuff. That is, I'd say the transition of the day goes to Sondre Erga. That is I don't like to say it this way, but it's the only person who's known for doing this. Yeah. It's Fredrik Åsbø. He is known to do these insanely, especially when he drove his Scion. It was set up in a way that he could make these transitions because he shortened the rotation of his wheel inside the car. And he could make these insanely fast transitions. He kind of rotated the car into inertia like on a dime. So this is Sondre Erga moving on in that pink car. Moving on, Sondre Erga, super happy about that. Well deserved, I'd say. Unfortunately, he has no more 5 minutes to take, and that was his last one. And no more mess-ups now. If his steering goes bad, that was it. So what are we seeing here? Is that the last part of the ladder here? Could it be? We have some battles left, but anyway, that was an amazing short battle. Oh, well, it was a long battle in times of time, but a very hard-fought battle. But we'll take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back.
Decisions to glow, ridiculous flow, potential to glow. You know, I just do that. Consolidate my regions, line it up, put them together. Anyone that ever let me down, forget them forever. My memory's bad. Remember me though? My memory's gone. My memory, it limits me home. Don't tree huggers cause all the lumber's gone. Niggas knocking on wood, pass through the hood when it's good and they chopping up wood, breaking up.
And we're back here at the Top 16. Just got done with the Top 16 at the Scandinavian Drift Series presented by Maguire's out here at Elmia. We see these top 8 drivers now. That's going to move on to the Grade 8. and then battle their way all the way to the final.
That's going to be a tough one, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I think that these drivers are super, super hungry, and I don't know if I have like a huge favorite in here, but Alfred Grinberg in his yellow S14 has been on fire, and as well as Morten Stongberg. So I would love to see those battle it out, actually. That would be an interesting one. I think Alfred is one of the fastest drivers in this bracket, but not to say the least, Tony Averstedt in his red Toyota Supra between Kristoffer Syvertsen in his black and chameleon BMW E46. That is going to be an interesting one. Both very smooth, aggressive drivers. I think they have about the same speed. So a lot of interesting and kind of you know, battles where I really can't say, oh, this is going to be an easy one.
No, it's going to be really tough right now. The grade 8. I'm so excited. First round, like, let's get this party started.
Phenomenal stuff. So we have some people from the UK, a lot of people from the UK here. This is fantastic stuff to have in the live chat.
Yeah, no, overall, I think the top 16 went great. No major things. A few hiccups here and there.
One crash.
Yeah, one crash.
We don't know if he's back. We have no idea.
We do not. That was a hard hit into the wall there, so we'll see if he makes it back. Hopefully he does. But top 16 overall, there's going to be some crashes here and there. But
you can see the track right now on screen. It looks a lot brighter than it actually is in real life.
Yes.
It is a lot darker out here. And I know for a fact, since I was here last year, is that I think the top 4 drivers, they all spoke about the same issue. I cannot see where I'm going. I have no idea. And also the kind of distance measuring where it is like, okay, no, the wall is somewhere around here.
Yes, it's super really hard to see how far away. That depth perception gets really messed up by the darkness here and the smoke in general.
Yeah.
And also now the track is going to feel very different as well. It's getting darker. It is getting colder every second out here. So it's going to feel a lot different.
And one thing that many people don't think about is that when you're driving a drift car, you have your headlights.
Yeah.
That's great, but you're not looking at the front window. You're not looking at that. You're not looking through the front windscreen. You're looking at the side window, which means that you have no lights. There's nothing there.
No, there's just that next car. If you see those taillights, you better get closer.
Yeah, and you have no idea if that lead car is going off track or not.
No,
you just have to trust. This is a trust exercise. One of these things you stand on top of a table and you just kind of flip back into someone's arms. That's kind of what this is.
All right. Well, we'll meet you back here for the Grade 8 at Scandinavian Drift Series. Taking a little break.
All right. Seems like we are back on track here. Tony Averstedt and Kristoffer Syvertsen. Excited about this.
Yes. Oh, do you see that underglow?
Mm-hmm.
He is having a party.
Yeah. Tony Averstedt in that red Toyota Supra MK4. Kristoffer Syvertsen from Norway in that BMW with chameleon colors. It's a beautiful looking car.
Alrighty. So
a little bit of a staggered start. You see there?
A little
Tony
bit.
Averstedt wants to have some pull here. Needs to leave the line early to keep on Syvertsen. I think they're going to have similar speeds. Problem is the track temperature. Has the grip gone down as much now? Is it going to be tricky? Oh, massive flick from Kristoffer.
Wow.
Beautiful work, but Tony is not shaking. He is right there trying to adjust, getting on the inside here, trying to catch up. But here we see separation. What happened to Tony Averstedt? Did he not get into gear here? Massive flick into outer zone number 3 from Kristoffer. Wow, he's doing a fantastic job. Is this going to be my new man crush? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Massive flick here. Good angle, smooth work here from Kristoffer, making it very easy for Tony Averstedt to follow him around. I can't fault him for a lot of things here. Kristoffer does a great job and Tony just cannot match it.
I feel like Tony was doing pretty darn good there. It was a little bit here and there, but they both were very smooth and fluent going over the transitions, going with each other through the transitions kind of thing. Let's see on the replay here. Big flick in, a lot of angle, corrects it a little bit there. Tony is right there. Here he falls off a little bit coming up of that hill. Kristoffer was out in that outer zone 2, and I love the line he's taking out to outer zone 3 here. He is going wide. Now he needs to cut in a little bit to transition nicely over to the inner clip number 2. Tony cuts it a little short there to catch up, but he's back on it here. Little left foot braking going on there, coming down the hill. Like I said, the track is going to feel very different. They're probably trying to play it a little bit safe, but we're in the grade 8, so you can't really play it safe here. You got to give it your all, or you might be out. Swapping places here. Tony will lead, and Kristoffer will chase.
Yeah.
I love Underglow. I love that it got a comeback.
Whenever I see Underglow, if you ever played Need for Speed in your kid days, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, rum dum dum. That is like just rolling inside my brain. Like, oh my God, I'm getting brain rot. Stop.
Oh, I love it.
Get out of my head.
I love that it made it come back. It was gone for a while.
Oh, yeah.
It was gone for a while.
It was tacky for a while, and then now it's back. It's not tacky. It's cool again. So, man, it's just fashion. It's just fashion.
It's fashion, Sweaty. Look it up.
For all the virtual drifters out there, I don't know if it's true, but I saw in the chat that someone talked about the Voson. Voson is an Assetto Corsa kind of a page where you can download tracks and cars. Look at that for this track. There was rumors that this track is already made virtually. So here we go again. Tony Alvarstedt leading now. Big flick, smooth flick into massive lock.
That's a pretty big correction. Did not go as intended,
I would say. That was a bit much there, but he managed to make it work. Kristoffer already there. Not letting him go. Oh, bit of an early transition here from Kristoffer. Makes a huge mistake. You saw that already.
Yeah.
Can Tony Alvarstedt pull away here, making it easy.
Oh, that is pretty shallow over there, too. Keeps that same line hidden in his chase. Kristoffer sticks with him, though. That was a major
trying to get in the pocket. In the pocket, you can see that. That is the pocket.
Yep.
Front of the smoke, but on the door.
Exactly. Love when they drive in the pocket. In the pocket, in the pocket. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. I feel like it almost straightened. Let's see here. Nice flick, and then it gets a lot of angle and slows down a lot there.
You can see Kristoffer adjusting there, but I didn't see his brake lights come on.
No, he might have clutched in. Sometimes the drivers will slip clutch to make it not be on throttle anymore, and then just let it.
Here you see a huge mistake from Kristoffer into zone 3. Just transitions just a second too early. Here you can see how dark it's starting to get.
Yes.
Beautiful work here. I want to root for Kristoffer, but he is a Norwegian. I shouldn't be saying that, but I really want to root for him.
How dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
It is fantastic driving from him.
Honestly, I'm rooting for all the drivers. I don't really care where they're from. If they're performing well and if they're good human beings, I'm about it. I am about it. They're showing up and showing us what they're made of.
Let's see here. It's like kind of a worried look on Kristoffer's face here.
Yeah, he doesn't really know. It could go either way, I think. He's thinking right now. It's like, alrighty, Dan. And Tony is still in his car there. He also looks a little bit concerned. They both probably know that it wasn't 100% there, but they both did really, really well. It is kind of like the BMW E30. The Super MK4 never gets old.
Yeah.
Let's see who takes it home here. Kristoffer Syvertsen.
Oh, it is Kristoffer Syvertsen. He takes the win.
Yes.
That
he gets the win there.
One for Tony Alvarstedt.
Sorry, Sweden. First person into the battle of the top 4.
Okay, so give me a count. How many Swedes are we in this?
Right now in the top 8?
Yeah. So
got Ågren, Grinberg.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Swedes and 4 Norwegians.
I believe so.
If my math is right.
Yeah, it is the battle of the Norwegians and the Swedish guys.
Yeah, and here we go. Another international battle. Morten Stongberg, who is in the... Oh, is it Mercedes versus Mercedes?
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Mercs on the line.
Two Mercedeses.
Morten on the left. Olav Haugen-Hasdal on the right. Two aggressive drivers, both been on fire. I want to see, I think, that Olav is faster than Morten here. So we're going to see the Hot Boy Racer, the A-Class, be on the door for the whole run, I think.
Wow, you got really close there.
Made a bit of a mistake in the ball there, Olav, in this A-Class in the back. Morten does a good job out in front. Makes a good show here. Oh wow, this is... Lost in the smoke? No, Olav pulls out. He pulls out perfectly, but is not on the door as I thought he was going to be. I know he's faster than Morten, but Morten just more consistent.
Yeah.
And I saw a few places where Olav made a few mistakes, got too close, had to back off. Unfortunately, doing that at the exact wrong time.
Yes.
So had he done that a second earlier, he might have been able to adjust, but he did not.
Yeah, let's see how he comes out of outer zone number 3 later on. First, they come down to outer zone 1. They're a little bit shallow. Morten gets out there. Has to slow down a little bit to not hit Morten there. Misses outer 2. Coming up to outer 3, Morten is barely in it.
Yeah.
And Olav does not really make it out there. And there, he kind of chokes himself out a little bit. Outer 4. Yeah, Chase is not quite there. Lead was all right. Let's see what they can do when they swap places now. That is also a cool thing about drifting. You get to do both lead and follow.
Yeah.
And some people's strengths is the lead, and some is the follow, and some are great at everything. And yeah, it's pretty awesome to see. The two Mercedeses.
Problem is, you have to be good at both.
That's the thing.
Because you can't live on a good lead run. You can't live on a good chase run.
You got to be consistent. That's probably the main thing. If you just keep consistent, no matter if you're chasing, leading, there's always that consistency, and you got to have a reliable car to make it consistent. That's probably the hardest part, is having your car be reliable, not break on you, stuff like that. Just finding that sweet spot for you. All right.
We're switching places. Olav Haugen-Hasdal entries now. As I believe he's going to be faster than Morten, going to pull away. That's my prediction here. Let's see if I'm right. Morten shallows up a little bit to stay close. Does an okay job at it. Sends that cone to the moon. And Morten does an amazing job of staying close here. He is a little bit shallow, definitely, but is not anything crazy, I would say. Whoa,
there's that cone.
Ooh, that's going to be a hard one to run into.
Oh, he straightened out there, shut it down.
What is happening?
I mean, that cone was sitting right where they came out. Might have messed it up a little bit there. Can't really see where that inner clip is if that cone is not out there.
Yeah.
That's a funky twist. Let's see here. Hopefully we get that bird's eye from that angle over there. Ooh, I love Olav Haugen's entry and angle coming down in there.
Great stuff.
See, that cone just slides and it parks right there where they come up.
And Morten is the person who did that.
Ooh,
he's also the one who's going to drive inside of it. Yeah, Morten does a good job there in zone 3.
I mean, he kind of chokes up a little bit at the end of it there.
Yeah.
Angles up a lot.
And here we see straightening.
Almost. It was like minimal drift. Not completely straight, but minimal drift. Don't really know why, if he got confused where that inner clip was, where the line was and stuff.
Yeah.
You never know. It's so many factors going into drifting. Here we have them, the Mercedes drivers from Sweden and Norway.
You can see, whoop.
He's like, whoa. That was gnarly. And now it's dark out. It's so different from when they did top 32 and 16.
You don't see those kinds of beanies in the U.S.
No, that's
the Norwegian guy. You see Olav here. He's really rocking.
That is typical Norwegians, I gotta say.
A very nice beanie there.
I love it.
It's so
Such
funky.
a good dude. Lives for drifting, sacrifices everything for his drifting. Drifting is his life. It is awesome to see. Morten as well. Just such good dudes all around.
Yeah, you spoke about him dipping into his savings to be able to do this. So that is passion right there.
Yes.
So,
but no risk, no reward, like they say.
Do you think that this is going to be a one more time?
It is possible. It is possible.
I don't want to hear what's possible. I know it's possible. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Become the oracle here. Come on.
Sitting in here meditating.
Yeah.
Drift gods, what shall it be?
It's a Norwegian or Swedish driver or one more time. Honestly, I want to see them go again.
Yes.
I want to see them go again. Like, there are some battles, there's like, oh, this is clear cut. But these drivers are so exciting tonight.
All right, they're walking up. They're getting ready. Oh.
Come on, come on, come on. Oh.
Oh,
He put it down.
What are you doing, Hampus?
He's teasing you.
Now the question is, are those votes accurate right now or not?
Yeah.
Since the flag is not up.
Yeah, exactly. There might have been a miscommunication.
I think they're talking right now. All right, it is correct.
Olav Haugen Hostal moves on. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, he's so happy right now. He's like, oh, top 4, baby. All right, so we have 2 Norwegians right now in the top 4. Are they going to knock out all the Swedish guys?
No,
what is going on?
Well, the kind of people that we counted on, they're not even here. This sucks. So we have 2 Swedish guys meeting each other, Alfred Grinberg and Filip Ågren, who, yeah, that car looks way different now. That looks very different now, his S13.
Oh, wow. He made it back out, though.
Yeah,
now, that is a
fantastic.
team effort on that crew. Amazing. That was a hard hit. Yeah. Wow. See the strap there? Tied it down.
I hope
they're like, this is latched.
And he has no idea if this car is working as it should.
No.
He has no idea.
Nope.
So Philip had a crash with Tor-Arne Kvia, which was very unfortunate. Not how either guys wanted to end that run. And I think that Tor-Arne Kvia is very disappointed in himself for not making it all the way.
If you can't fix it with duct tape and zip ties, it's broken.
Yeah.
All right, it is fixed right now. And the nice Biltema straps.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And they put it together. It's ready for battle. It does have a headlight, so he gets to go.
Filip Ågren leading Alfred Grinberg around. Throwing it in. Is this going to work?
Ooh.
Is Philip's car going to hold out? Yes, it will. Great job here.
Nice.
Alfred is sticking with him.
He is. They are both such aggressive
just
drivers.
The right amount. Oh, and no, it is not going to work out. And Alfred Grinberg is going to take this. Thank you very much. I'm going to advance from this if nothing else happens. But he has another run to make.
Yes, he needs to lead as well.
Oh, Alfred Grinberg's fan club now is going crazy.
Oh, yeah. I love this crowd, too. They're showing so much love.
Yeah, and it's freezing outside.
It is freezing.
And they're still here.
And all of you in the chat, too, still here. We love you all. I wonder what happened there, if it was something with the front end there. Since he hit that wall so hard, he could have got something off in the front.
Maybe the front left is...
I was wobbling a little bit there.
Oh, he's a little bit of a straighten. And then he,
oh, yeah, he over-rotates. Tried to save it a little bit there with the left foot brake, but it was already too late.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It just breaks my heart.
It does. Darn. Let's see if he's gonna chase or if he is not.
Feels like I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. It's like, no more concrete walls. No.
All right, he's up there on grid. He is going to chase. We have Alfred in the lead and Filip in the chase. Alfred coming up here, flicking it in. Nice entry.
Be aggressive here, but Alfred knows that he is at a massive advantage. Does not need to risk it, but that doesn't mean he can sandbag it.
Nah. He's one of those guys that's like...
Same thing here
still
with
gonna
Philip.
go.
Same setup. There's an issue with this car. And now I think that Alfred has seen that he's not chased by someone, and he just knows.
Yeah. I feel like it's during that transition over to the outer zone 3 there for
here we see
Filip
celebrating, trying to give
He's like, I'm going to burn these tires up.
Yeah.
Do it for the crowd. Oh,
no.
He's on fire now. My goodness.
Oh, wow. That was a lot of fire.
Oh, it's still on fire out there, too, I think. The little tire shreds.
It was kind of a lot. I'm kind of scared about that.
I see him glowing out there. Ay, ay, ay. Well, hopefully they shut that fire down. We cannot have a car on fire out here right now.
That would be a bad time.
That was a solid ass burnout, though, I gotta say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The front fenders just going everywhere.
Yeah, definitely something off with that front end after that hit. And when he transitions over, because it's all left or right turn technically going around, then when he comes back over to outer zone 3 there, it's not doing what he wants it to do. But that's the sport sometimes.
Look at that fireball.
My goodness.
So we're gonna a question here.
Good sport though. He's having fun with it. He knows he must, like, he knew the car wasn't 100. He's still out here trying. He didn't give up.
They're still doing.
Did a really good burnout, but now we have that stuff there.
Still extinguishing that car. So we're getting a question in the chat here.
Yeah.
What is your favorite car in the competition? They're asking both of us.
In this competition right now?
Yeah.
My favorite car. It's so hard.
I know mine very shortly, actually.
Huh?
Yeah, I know mine. I'm very sure of it.
Go ahead. I need to think a little bit.
It's the Mercedes A-Class, not because of the car.
Yeah.
It's because of the driver.
Yeah.
But it is tied. We see here Alfred Grinberg moving on. Very easy win for him. So, yeah, the A-Class driver, Olav Hagen Hasdal, as we saw, favorite kind of car, but it's because of the driver. But it's tied with Kristoffer Syvertsen, who has really impressed me in his BMW. So tied between those guys, both Norwegians. It kind of breaks my heart to say that, but it is the truth. It's just amazing.
Just let it go, dude. Let it go.
Never.
So salty.
So have you figured out one?
I mean, all the cars are so sick in their own way, but I have a weakness for the chaser we saw.
Yeah, Matthias Nordeng.
That is just the only one out here. I mean, it's just sick.
Yeah.
Just seeing that, it's sick. Obviously, I love MK4s. 200s. Sorry, I almost said 240s there. Yeah, 200s are neat as well as chassis are always great. And it's really cool seeing all these drivers and how they style their vehicles, because they all have, well, not all, but all of the S chassis are very similar chassis.
Yes.
But they all look so different. Just what they do to their cars, how they drive the cars makes a big impact as well. But yeah, no, that chaser sticks out a lot. I do like it a lot.
Oh, yeah. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Picasso, I like it.
So chat, what's your favorite car this event? What's your favorite chassis that you've seen, or driver for that matter?
Yeah.
I want to see in the chat.
Who are you rooting for?
So Shamil here is saying Morton's CLK, so the Mercedes, by a long way, he says, by a long way.
It is a really cool car as well.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
It looks really mean. Just the style of it, the way he drives it, mean.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's see if they can get this car to be not on fire and off of the track.
Yeah. It's kind of a bad thing. It's like, okay, Philip, you had some fun, but you kind of slowing the show down here.
He put on a good show. He was worth it.
Yeah.
100%.
So a few of us in the chat here. So Simon Larsson says car Mercedes A-Class, same as me then, and driver Alfred Grinberg. Yeah,
Alfred has shown up this event. He has shown up. He is doing awesome.
Very much so.
Another car I really like is Kevin's Volvo 745 wagon. Like just having a party wagon out here. Fixed it up a bunch. It is gorgeous. Would have loved to see that out here right now. I'm like, got really bummed when he didn't make it through. Next time, he'll do it.
Yeah, a lot of people showing a lot of love for Morten's car.
Yes.
Rikard Ivars says it's thick with 2 C's.
Yeah, that thick.
So we're getting onto the line. So this is Sondre Erga and Ole Peter Vatten. This is the last battle, right?
Of the Grade 8.
The Grade 8.
Yes.
So 2 Norwegians battling it out. So BMW on the right, of Ole Peter Vad and the S13 of Sondre Erga left.
Sondre in the lead, initiates. Really nasty flick in there. A lot of angle, had to correct a lot though, so that threw Ole Peter off.
Near miss.
Majorly, I gotta say. Inner clip 1 is good, and outer 2 is all right. Big gap. Ole Peter is trying to catch up here, taking an inner line, which might not work out in his favor coming out of this turn. No, he straightens out right there. Sondre keeps at it, though.
He hit the wall.
He might have.
On the outside.
He might have.
There was a huge bump in his car there.
Sondre's line is still on point, though. That was a really good lead. I wonder what happened out there. Wonder what happened.
So we have a lot of different cars here. That's the beauty of drifting in the chat here. A lot of people saying different cars. So let's see, beautiful entry there by Sondre.
Entry there, got a little.
Yeah, I can't really.
He pushed out a little bit, but didn't look like it was an issue really.
No, it just looks like Ole Peter is washing out. Yeah, he got very close to the wall there. Couldn't really see from that angle. Would like to see a top shot of that again on the outer zone number 2. But
it feels like the car is it doesn't kick out.
No,
it keeps straightening itself.
There might be something wrong with that car. But because he did a lead run and chase run for that matter, but he did a lead run the battle before and looked amazing. So something might have happened.
Let's see the outer zone number 2, what happened out there. There you can see it was big adjustment, pushed it out a little bit.
Let's get out to 2 here and see if Ole is actually touching the wall here. I don't think so.
No, he avoids
close,
the wall
he got
a little bit.
But no, it doesn't touch it. So it's not that, so it might be something else.
Yeah, it might be a grip issue. Since it's really cold right now, it's nighttime. Maybe just it's too gripped up for the track's conditions right now.
Yeah. A lot of people in the chat here is like, oh, for me it's either the Volvo Wagon or Kvia's C80. So Jarda in the chat. The Bonsai Project says the BMW is sinister looking.
Yes.
Definitely. So
let's see here. We have Ole Peter in the lead and Sondre in the chase. He initiates, looks pretty solid there. Doesn't really come out where we want him to be. He's very shallow.
Sondre got a little bit close, had to back off that, getting back on it again.
Got a little choked out there. Outer 2.
What a smoke shot from Ole's BMW.
Ole coming out to outer 3 really nicely, actually. Let's see if he keeps that line going out to inner clip number 2.
Sondre lost a little bit of a ground there. Needs to catch that back up, and he does right into outer zone number 4. Finishes very nicely done by Sondre Erga.
Yeah, these names, man. Words are hard, names are even harder.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to do the English pronunciation of them, and you're not supposed to, because I want to say the real names.
Yeah.
I have the opportunity to do that, so it's like mixing the. It's terrible. I'm terrible at this.
Nah, you're doing great.
Let's see American. Sure.
Ooh,
very close call there, but he adjusted beautifully.
Yes, so Ole was very shallow there, and he adjusted. So Sondre adjusted really nicely to what Ole was doing coming down into outer 1. Here is outer 3. Ole gets out there perfectly. I like that a lot. He did really well right there. Transitions a little bit early and gets a little bit shallow here, I feel like.
I'm so impressed by Sondre adjusting to Ole's shallow line. He's just on there.
Yeah, Sondre knows what he's doing.
Phenomenal
100%. Look at that proximity right there.
God. He's going to get rotator cuff surgery from all the high fives I'm going to get him. Oh my God.
That is amazing. And they're out of their cars waiting for the results there. I love that all the drivers, they kind of meet up with each other, talk a little bit. How do you feel? How was that? Let's see where the flag lands here.
I'm thinking Erga on this one.
It is Sondre Erga goes to the top 4.
Goes to the top 4. Fantastic.
All right, we have a top 4 here. Ooh, it's getting close to the final.
Yeah, so it's getting spicy here. We have one Swedish driver. That's it. So what did we see here in the top 8? I mean, the battle here from Filip Ågren and Alfred Grinberg, a lot of chaos there where Ågren did not, his car just didn't work, so Grinberg moves on. The battle we just saw now, tight, but Sondre Egge, he's showing his dominance consistently.
That experience is really shining through.
Exactly. So Tony Avestedt and Christopher Syvertsen. Syvertsen moves on, just has been phenomenal all weekend. Can't really fault him for a whole lot. And the two Mercedes, Morten and Olav Hagen Hasdal, just a crazy battle, but Olav made it out on top, and we're into the final four. We'll be back in just a second. And we're back. Phenomenal work by all the crew here to get this going. It is, whatever, I'm going to say it. We're on time.
Wow.
We're on time.
Oh, no, you did not just say that. You did not just say that. I mean, to be fair, we are indoors right now in the warmth, so we are lucky. We're the lucky ones right now.
Oh, yeah. I have no...
But if it's your fault that anything happens now and the people outside have to freeze for longer, you're going to get an earful.
Yeah, my luxury sitting inside with the space heater is not lost on me. But in my defense, I've spent years outside.
Yes, very fair.
I know what that's like.
And honestly, so far, I'm not going to jinx it. I'm saying so far it has been a really smooth competition. There's been some incidents, but everything's been really awesome, I gotta say. It's
phenomenal.
Really great.
And we hear the crowd. I don't know if it comes through the mic here, but the on-site speakers are really getting the crowd revved up, and they're excited. They're all here. The stands are still packed.
They're packed. They want to see who will take this home. And they're hyped. Oh, I love this place. It never gets old.
Yeah.
Custom Motor Show out here never gets old. The action arena that we're driving on, amazing. Kind of like all the laser lights going on out here as well. Got all the flags. Like, it's just, the atmosphere is pure awesomeness.
And chaos.
Very fair. But chaos is awesome, though, isn't it? A little bit of chaos. You got to have it.
Hell yeah. So you're getting a lot of props here in chat. So we have Peter Björk saying that you're doing an amazing job. Sarah.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice to see.
I really appreciate it. It's the first time for anything, and so far I'm actually really enjoying it. I love it.
Amazing. You're doing a fantastic job.
Well, I'm lucky to have you right next to me, too. You're experienced with this stuff. How many years have you been announcing at different events?
Close to 10.
Wow.
Right now, yeah.
That is a hot minute, my dude. That is a hot minute.
Maybe I should be better at my job at this point, but hey, we're moving on. All right, so they're warming up their tires, getting ready, and we haven't talked a lot about it, but the mental game of this.
Yes.
Sitting on the start line. A lot of these guys, they're actually nervous on the start line.
Oh, yeah.
And they all say the same thing. As soon as I let go of that handbrake and I put in first gear, it just disappears. I just go. And I don't think about my anxiety. I don't think about anything. I just drive. And then I get back to the line. I get nervous again. And you start the cycle again.
You got to turn that nervousness into excitement, I think. You got to think, instead of being, oh no, what could go wrong? It's like, hell yeah, I'm going to have fun. Like, if you're not having fun, why the heck are you doing it?
Yeah.
Honestly.
And at the same time, is that anxiety or nervousness is usually a performance enhancer.
Yes.
It's not.
It makes you focus.
It shouldn't be crippling anxiety to that point, but it should be like
rocking in there like a little child.
Exactly. You don't want to be really tweaked out, but yeah, I think it's a very good thing. So, going right into this, who is going to get into the finals of these two guys? And this is the worst part of the whole day. I hate
Oh, your
this.
two favorite cars are up against each other right now.
This. Come
oh,
on.
boy. So we have Kristoffer Syvertsen in the BMW there and Olav Hagen Hasdal. See, I'm trying to pronounce it in Norwegian here, but I'm like, hold up.
Yeah. So Olav Hagen Hasdal on the right in this Mercedes-Benz A-Class.
So Kristoffer is leading here and Olav is chasing.
Let's see some chaos right now. Two very aggressive,
nice, nasty
smooth
flick.
drivers. Amazing stuff already from Kristoffer Syvertsen. Smooth right interior, fills outside zone 2. Pretty good. Olav is right there, but loses ground. Needs to get out on zone 2. Leaves a little bit
Wow,
early.
the speed going over to outer zone 3 is insane. Olof is trying to catch up a little bit there. Kristoffer kind of left him hanging there. He just went. The speed on that car is gnarly. Let's see how they get into the inner clip number 2.
Olof is trying to cut line a little bit, gets a little bit straightened out and tries to gain ground, but doesn't really work. Doesn't pan out for him. Wow.
Kristoffer's speed.
Damn.
Wow, that was a really, really crazy lead. Oh my God. I would have been terrified to see that concrete wall in the light over there. I'm just gonna go full send towards the wall right now. Let's see.
Fear. No fear. Yeah, the
kind of shallow on outer 1, to be honest. Inner clip 1 looks pretty solid. Outer 2, beautiful from both drivers. But here, he just gets so much speed and takes off. In outer 3, really nice. It leaves a little bit early there, and unfortunately, Olof did not make it out into it from what I could see.
And here you see more straightening from him, trying to get into it.
Yep, catching up on that ground, cutting line a little bit here. Outer 4 looks solid. Could not really see what Olof was doing there, but it kind of looked like it was a little bit shallow coming into it. But these drivers, wow. And Linus, of course, out there freezing.
Oh, yeah.
Doing great. You're doing great, bud.
Still no gloves, buddy. Just plain old
give him your
Viking
little
skin, you know. Well, compared to me, it's terrible. My hands are bleeding from yesterday.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it was really windy and cold.
Yeah.
Let's see. They swap places here. So Olof is going to lead, and Kristoffer will chase.
So I think that Kristoffer might be at an advantage here. Unfortunately, he can't lay back. There's no way.
No, he's going to try
Can't
to
give an inch here.
Be in his door. Preferably just a little bit on it, but yeah.
Yeah, like knocking on his door like, oh, hello.
I'm here. Entering, nice.
That's a very wide one. Kristoffer is right on him.
He is.
Trying to get into the pocket there, not getting lost in smoke. Wow! Almost touching the door there. You can do this. A little bit of an early one there.
Wow, look at that angle on Olof's car coming into outer 3 there.
That's why I love him.
Wow. He's such an aggressive driver in the lead. Wow, and look at that transition over. Kristoffer is right there going through outer, or inner clip number 2, my bad. Outer 4, they're up on that wall.
Phenomenal job. I saw a few mistakes.
Yes.
And at this level, this late into the game, those few mistakes are going to cost you. That is, like, we're not looking for a spin here. We're looking you kind of tweaked the wheel a little bit.
I mean, they're both so solid in their leads.
I think the weakness here from Olof in these Mercedes is the outer zone 3 is a big part of his game. He has not been able to do that well either in lead or chase. So let's look at this. I think I saw him straightening up a little bit, getting shallow here, trying to get out of it.
Yeah. Got out a little bit shallow.
He pushes Kristoffer into the inside there because of his angle. So the line is not Olof's strong suit at this point, but finishes it off pretty strongly. But yeah, it is shallow. A lot of angle, but a little bit shallow.
It's got to be hard too, though, because that car does not have a rear end. So
yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, it has a rear end, obviously, but the trunk space, the rear axle is right there. So you really got to be in that zone. It might feel really weird as a driver. Yeah. You should be used to the car, though, but is a very short car.
Oh, yeah.
Very short car.
Well, it gives the appearance of being a short car. I don't actually know the measurements.
No, I don't know the wheelbase.
How tight that is.
I see.
So very shallow there, but Kristoffer just adjusts beautifully.
The proximity there is amazing.
In earlier battles, like these Norwegian drivers are just crazy. They're so good.
Yeah, Kristoffer's proximity throughout this lap was insane. Both drivers, awesome job.
It is Kristoffer Syvertsen in the BMW moves on. I think it's a smoother performance in general. It translates that smoothness, that the few mistakes, they're trying to. But then again, I see that same with Olof here. But Kristoffer into outer zone number 3, he is shallow.
He's very consistent, though. All his laps have been very consistent throughout this competition. It is that consistency. You're not doing a bunch of weird stuff every lap, you know.
Yeah.
It's very consistent.
And that's kind of, it's a big part of the game. Like,
it is.
If you are consistent, if you're giving 95%, no, you're not giving 100, but if you can do that consistently, if you do 95%,
always do 95.
Always, then you're gonna win. It's just a numbers game at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it is for the people who are in this, but Fredrik Åsberg, who is a multiple FD and world champion at this point, he is the king of consistency.
Oh yeah.
No one is more consistent.
There's a reason people started calling him the robot, because he was consistent, more consistent than any other driver.
Exactly.
However, that is to his benefit as well. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what the car is going to do. He trusts his team to 100% to have the car ready and at 100% for his 100% driving, basically.
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's so many good drivers. Here we have Sweden versus Norway, wildcard versus series drivers. Sondre in the lead and Alfred is chasing. Sondre flicks it in as usual, aggressive as hell. Coming down to outer zone number 1. Left foot brakes to try to get out there a little bit, but keeps it a little bit shallow. Going into inner clip number 1, does it beautifully. Outer 2 is good. Alfred's proximity is amazing here. He cuts a little bit shallow, but they're both out in outer zone number 3. Let's see this transition over. Woo, that is shallow.
Yeah,
oh, Alfred was almost on that wall.
Quick transition going into outer zone number 4. Alfred, get
Ooh, they're off. They're off. Oh, the drone.
The drone.
The drone got hit. It got the drone. Send help! No. Send help fast! Whoever picks it up has to wave. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh,
wow. Did both of them go off there? Or was it just Alfred?
I want to say Alfred.
I think Sondre might have dirt dropped a little bit.
It looked like contact.
Oh.
So I was afraid that Sondre was going to be put in the wall because of that. It did not look like there was a huge kind of
Alfred looked like he was straightening out from going off there, and let's see here.
What I'm seeing from these drivers is like they are at pro-level drivers. These could be competing anywhere in the world at this point.
Yes.
So here, a little bit shallow from Sondre. Again, doesn't leave a lot of space for Alfred. Has to cut it short. Into this one. Tries to catch up. Look at this transition.
All right, let's see this bird's eye.
Look at this.
See how close to the wall he is there?
Just sticks it.
So that pushes you out from this inner clip and outside there. Oh, yeah, he did tap him a little bit. Alfred tapped him a little bit. He slid off track, lost that traction, and slid into Sondre, it looked like.
Yeah.
So there is contact.
See some F's in the chat. F's in the chat for the drone.
Rest in peace, drone. Hope to be revived. It is Easter after all.
Yeah. But you have to wait until Sunday.
Oh, dang. No, we can't have that. Is it Sunday in Asia yet? It might be Sunday in Asia.
Well,
I'm just going to say it's Sunday in Asia.
5 o'clock anywhere in the world.
I mean,
5 o'clock somewhere.
It is. Not here, though.
Yeah, no, definitely not here.
We're running on caffeine and bilar.
Yeah.
Candy.
Yeah. So we're 4 minutes, 3 minutes just ticked over for the time here. We were supposed to go to 9 p.m. And we're going to announce the winners right here on live stream. And then we're going to have the prize ceremony afterwards. Will not be live streamed as far as I know. So we're going to wrap that up out here. All right, rolling in chat. F's in the chat. Yeah. Pray for that drone.
And for Alfred's car, he stopped down there and they got out there to check on him. So I wonder if his...
Is it a D-beat?
Wheel got caught or something when he tapped him.
Oh, that would not.
We got to double check these cars and make sure they're safe for another round. Well, another lap. The Gatebil crew out here is working their butts off in this cold. We have the tech guy down there making sure that the car is safe to drive for Sondre. A huge shout out to the crew making these events happen and all the media involved in this, because honestly, without media, a lot of people take it for granted. None of this would be available for anyone.
No.
None of this would exist. So it's truly, truly amazing how much media and crew and stuff, like how much work goes into these kinds of events. Not only drivers making sure their cars are good, traveling from all over, crews setting up track, we have media, we have emergency personnel, live stream, everything. It's so many wheels going around to make this happen. It is truly amazing.
And so many people who are just volunteers and are just
Exactly.
doing this because they think this is fun, they love drifting, they want to see the sport grow. Without them, this would be impossible. It just would not be
Absolutely.
impossible. And at the end of the day, I don't want to go too deep, but at the end of the day, this sport would be nothing if no one watched it.
Exactly. The crowd, the
Literally,
audience.
this is entertainment.
It is.
It is entertainment.
And it's
It would not
growing
exist
every time.
It would not exist unless there was a crowd. So we're looking at a bit of a longer pause here, so we're going to break for a bit, and then we'll be right back.
Yeah, I make decisions to glow. Ridiculous flow, potential to glow. You know, I just do that. Consolidate my regions, line it up, put them together. Anyone that ever let me down, forget them forever. My memory's bad. Remember me though? My memory's gone. My memory, it limits me home. No tree huggers, cause all the lumber's gone. Niggas knocking on wood. Pass through the hood when it's good and they chopping up wood. Breaking up.
And we're back, and I managed to inhale half a bottle of water, so my voice is not great right now.
Looks like Alfred is going up on the tow rig. I would say I can't say tow truck here. It is like a frying pan spatula.
Exactly,
It's like a
the
spatula.
What I want to see is a pancake flip now.
No, don't do that to that car, please. But we have those awesome JCB vehicles out there taking care of the cleanup and everything, which is awesome.
Yeah. So, for the people at home, we are not at the finals yet. So we're still in the final four.
Yes.
So you haven't missed anything. So I see here Leon Barek, so who just won. I just missed the finale because I'm switching between another stream and this, and we're getting a message here.
All right. So let's see here.
So 170. Alfred Grimberg.
Yeah, so Alfred gets time to fix his car. They deemed
Sondre Erga.
Sondre Erga at fault here for the contact.
Really understand where or how? Is that decel?
Maybe decel in a zone he was not supposed to decel in. However, it looked like he was on throttle when I was looking at it.
Could you, do you think you could message Marcus and ask?
I shall check.
That would have been amazing.
We're having a party out here.
So, We have word that we're getting another drone, so we have a backup. I actually did not see the fault.
Nope.
I did not catch that, so, and I watched it multiple times, and it still didn't catch it, so I don't know where my brain was. Chat, help me out.
What do you guys think? Why was Edgar at fault? Like I've said before, we're no judges in here. We're just talking about what we're seeing in our personal experience from the battles.
Yeah, Lagsy, you heard the coffin dance song in the background. That's what you heard. And some gave the name to Cradle of Shame for the spatula. Cradle of Shame.
The Cradle of Shame.
Kind of like it?
Oh, I like that a lot. We're definitely keeping that one. Who was that?
That was Alexander Sjöberg.
Thank you for that, Alexander.
That's a good one.
The Cradle of Shame. That is a really good word for it, actually. Why is the sweeper machine coming closer, though? I don't really like it.
So help me out in the chat here. Help me out. What happened in the Grinberg and Erga? So is that what we said? Like Sondre deselling in a zone where he wasn't supposed to? Is that the fault here?
I actually do not know. That is why for future rounds, I would love to be closer to judges, hear what they're saying, ask them a little bit like, hey, why was this guy at fault? Because obviously I don't know. But we shall see a rerun here and see if we can spot what was going on here. So Edgar initiates. A lot of angle in there. Outer one was fine.
So I'm thinking into zone 4 that Edgar is cutting somewhere, might be.
Yeah.
Selling.
Yeah, they went off there, so let's see how he transitions over there and see if it gets too wide for his lead line to where the chase car might not be able to follow it, or if he breaks. So that
Edgar
line was very off.
First.
Yeah, so Edgar was offline going too wide, which caused Alfred to go way too wide as well. Yeah. This will make us see it a little bit better.
Yeah, on the top shot, it wasn't as clear for me the first time we saw that. I didn't look at as Edgar did actually go off track.
Yeah, so Erga's doing really nice there. Ooh, it chokes him out a little bit. They do come a little bit shallow out of there, so that is going to shoot him out wide. Yeah, he's going really wide there.
Yeah,
and
okay.
So Edgar actually let off there. Yeah, he let off there.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to decel there.
Yeah, okay.
He's only supposed to decel before the inner clip number 2. Yeah. Right about here, you're allowed to decel until there. You're supposed to be on throttle. We see the smoke line going. Smoke line kind of stops there, and Alfred hits him. So yes, Edgar is clearly at fault. It's a lot with that smoke, just seeing when they're on and off throttle. So
oh, this seems very complicated.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on right now. Are they lifting him up? Did his front wheel, maybe he can't roll onto the Cradle of Shame there. However, this time it's not shame, it's Cradle of just sadness. Yeah, they might have to help lift up to even get him on the spatula.
Yeah. Oh, this is so unfortunate.
Oh, wow, they are.
Yeah.
We see Alfred out there trying to help, make sure they don't damage the car and stuff. All this crew is very experienced, though. These machine drivers or operators work a lot of events out here.
So it's unfortunate we've gotten this far without any serious crashes in the sense that we can't get the cars off track.
Yes.
So this is the first one. I'm very thankful for that. Usually this event is just chock full of it.
Yes.
Just everywhere.
So this might take a little minute. Let's go and look at the bracket and see how that is looking right now, who we have going on. So top 4, we had Kristoffer, Olav, Alfred, and Sondre. We're waiting on the Alfred-Sondre situation to clear out. But out of Kristoffer and Olav, Kristoffer is in the final.
Yeah, we're getting word here in the chat at least that the rim and the shock is broken on Alfred Grimberg's car.
Ouch. Yeah,
And
that was a solid hit on your wheel.
If the shock is broken, you won't be fixing it.
No, you got to replace the whole thing.
Yeah, so he probably will retire the car here, and
unfortunately,
Edgar will move on.
Unfortunately. I mean, it could also... He could get time to fix his car, and maybe they would be able to swap out that coilover or shock if they have a spare with them. That's the thing. Do you have your spare parts with you? Basically, you got to bring a whole other car with you in case stuff like this happens.
Pretty much. So we're having some fun in the chat here. Are we still on time?
Yeah, thanks, Dennis.
You know,
I know who to blame for this. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
wow. All I have to say is wow.
Yeah, kind of. I'll take the blame on that one. My bad.
Well, since Edgar was at fault, Alfred, my bad. Why don't I call him Philip? Will have time to fix his car. However, they were mid-run there.
Yeah.
And we can't do a final without the other finalist.
No.
So...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and we do need to see if he has that spare part and stuff, if they have, or if they're able to simply fix it, or if more than just the shock is broken. If that strut tower is bent, he does have a brace there, I see, which is really good for the structure of the tower, so that doesn't move in and make the geometry of the front really weird.
So what we need to say here as well is that he gets more than 5 minutes to fix his car. What is deemed as ample time, though? I don't know this late in the game.
No, since it is... So ample time usually is from the battle where it happened to your next battle.
Which is...
But if he were to move on, his next battle is now. So we're really late in the game here. We're going to see if his crew can get this back together on time. And unfortunately, if not, then maybe Edgar has to go through. It's not the way... I know Edgar does not want to go through that way. That's for sure.
So what I'm thinking here is... ample time. Can he get the parts? Can he get out? I don't know.
It's like, was that a tube front?
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes you could just clip that fender off. You have space to work. However, there's a lot of nuts and bolts, and usually teams do their little practice swap out, see how fast you can swap stuff out, and still keep it safe, of course.
Yeah. So a little bit of a info from last year is that we had kind of a similar situation. So we should have ended this competition. I think it was at either 9 or 10.
Yes.
I think I was out of here 11:30. So yeah, it's kind of bound. And then we did a post interview. So I think I was out of the arena at 12:30.
And then it's nap time.
So and
oh
I
wow,
did
you
not
see
nap.
that wheel hanging right there, and it's pushed forward a lot. So I wonder if the control arm might be bent forward as well, or if it's just the strut.
Okay, so 10 minutes.
All right.
Oh wait, what? So hang on. So Alfred Grimberg gets ample time to fix his car to do part 2 of this battle. He gets 10 minutes. Sondre Erga will not be able to come to start. So, hang on.
Sondre broke something as well, I'm assuming. He was, however, at fault, so he does not get to take that 5 minutes to try to fix it.
It doesn't matter because 5 minutes are not allowed.
Exactly. And the grade 8.
The first is that. The second is he's already used the 5 minutes.
Exactly.
So Sondre, if I'm thinking correctly, Sondre will lose this battle.
Yep.
Alfred will move on.
Yep.
And
but
Alfred will
has
probably
10 minutes to make it.
Let's say that he won't fix his car. There's not enough time. Does that mean that Sivertsen is a finalist, gets to do a bye run, and wins the whole event?
Yeah, not the way you want to win, but that is what it sounds like if he does not make it back. So let's hope that Alfred makes it back on time, so there is a final battle going down.
Yeah, can we get some prayers in the chat? Prayers in the chat for Alfred. Put your hands together. Let's see, I'm trying to look in the chat here and see what we're talking about.
We have some more crew out here making sure that track is clean from debris.
Man, that is terrible. I mean, Alfred had such a show here.
Yes.
Just outperforming everybody consistently with speed, with angle, with style, aggressiveness, dragging the bumpers on the initiation wall. Just a
roll starting his car mid-drift when it died on him.
Badass.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
He has been through it this event. My goodness.
Yeah, I don't want to be crude here, but the balls on this guy, it has to be hard to sit down.
Yeah, no, this guy's done a lot.
Yeah. So we're trying to see what happens here.
All right, it's going to be a moment here, so we are going to go to a little break, and we'll be shortly with you.
Yeah, I make decisions to glow. Ridiculous flow, potential to glow. You know, I just do that. Consolidate my regions, line it up, put them together. Anyone that ever let me down, forget them forever. My memory's bad. Remember me though? My memory's gone. My memory, it limits me home. No tree huggers, cause all the lumber's gone. Niggas knocking on wood. Pass through the hood when it's good and they chopping up wood. Breaking up.
All right, and we're back. So we have the head judge. It's been a crazy ride so far. Alexander,
for sure.
Welcome. And so let's talk a little about what is your experience of the night so far? Well, I should say the day first. We're into the night right now, but the day. What has been your day?
Kind of a mix of pure chaos and awesome driving.
Yeah, we talked a little bit before Top 16, and we talked about how Top 32 went, and you said that, oh, well, it's not going to get easier from here, and I think that's your experience, right?
Yes. It's been some quite hard decisions, yeah.
And we have one more times, there are drivers who are very, very aggressive, and they have to get in close and then back off and get in close and get... How do you actually look at the judging? How do you judge here? Like trying to... Like there are so many small details.
Yeah, basically we're looking for who makes the mistakes and why. If there is a collision, we look for who caused the action, what led up to the incident. And we kind of count the mistakes on a run to split hairs.
Not an easy job, right?
No.
So has there been any runs that you are like, oh my God, this is so exciting? Has any driver stood out to you in general? that you're surprised by?
I don't think I can say just one. Some of the drivers stood out quite a lot. They have proved that they are here to stay, for sure.
I'm very impressed by the Norwegian drivers in general. The Swedish driver we kind of know since before, but the Norwegian drivers some of these guys are just like, wow, where did you come from? Like, you're a European champion if you want to be. It's crazy, right?
The level is... it's high. It's high.
So give me a little bit of a roundup here. We know that visibility is a problem. The lights are on, sure, but it's still dark outside. So how do you account for that?
Actually, from our point of view, of course it's dark, but it's actually not that hard to see the track as you can think. And we have a bunch of different cameras and angles and a drone and everything. So that actually hasn't been an issue so far. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because I think the drivers might have a problem with visibility looking at that window.
Yeah.
It might be a tough one, especially in the smoke, right?
Yeah, for sure, especially when it gets dark and you have the lightings, and so it's easy to get lost in the smoke.
Yeah, we've seen some of these crashes, and you have to try to look at who's at fault here.
Yeah.
And what is your thought process when you look at that kind of crash?
Basically, we unwind the run and see what led up to the incident and try to find the spot where which driver makes the mistake that leads to the incident. Basically, who does the mistake first that causes it.
Right, it's a very complex thing. So we have to get back into it. I think we're gonna get back into the show, hopefully. So thank you so much for talking to me for just a bit of a second, and I hope that we get to talk more later as well. Good luck.
Thanks.
You'll need it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis, for checking in with the judge out there. It is awesome to hear their perspective of you because they're judges. We are just sitting in here talking about what we see. However, the judges are the ones scoring this sport, and just hearing their point of view on things helps out so much, and just seeing what's going on, what their opinion is about certain things, and so forth. We're still cleaning up a little bit here, I think, waiting to see if Grinberg will make it back here and fix his car in those 10 minutes that he had. It looks chilly out there. They're all cuddled up with all those jackets and everything.
Oh, it's so nice outside. No, it's not.
Welcome back.
I'm lying through my teeth when I'm saying that. It's really cold outside.
I was like, yeah, go ahead. You are welcome, sir.
No, it was amazing to talk to the head judge.
Yeah.
Obviously, he said to me before the interview, he's like, I can't speak about specific battles right now. First of all, I'm really excited. I'm so pumped up, I don't want to say the wrong thing. So it's very, very nice to have a judge who's like, I'm so excited.
Yes.
So excited about this. And from experience, having been around Alexander for a long time, I know that when he sees a run that he really likes, he gets like amped up.
Oh, yeah.
Because to him and the other judges as well, it's not just a job.
No.
He loves this.
Everyone that is here doing this right now has some sort of passion for this sport and wants it to continue to grow like it does. Finally, we're doing live streams and stuff. It's just getting bigger and bigger, which is amazing. I love it.
And I know the judges are very concerned about the drivers. Like, oh, I want to see you do well. I know that you can do well. Why aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see if we can look at some clips before we get right back into this, looking at the guide to drifting.
Drifting is a sport in which the driver uses throttle, clutch, brakes, gear shifting, and steering input to keep the car in a state of oversteer while maneuvering from turn to turn on a track. The unique thing about drifting is that it's a judging sport, which means that it's not about being first to the finish line. In the Scandinavian Drift Series, we have 3 judges who score the drivers according to style, line, and angle.
Oh, a little heart there.
Is on the start line. I cannot believe this.
They got it back together.
How?
Was that even 10 minutes?
How is that possible?
Well, let's look at some real cars here on track.
I love it.
My goodness, that was fast. Was that 10 minutes, really?
I
feel like it was like 5 minutes. His crew's at it. They know. They must have been practicing. They must have been practicing, which is awesome. So pumped to see him back on here. Let's see if Kristoffer comes back here. It's hard sometimes when you're in the pit or you're in the lineup. Things happen to the battle before you. You get thrown off. You don't really know.
Hang on. Are we actually in the final? Because Sondre Erga.
Oh, that's right. It's not the final yet. So this will be a bye run since Sondre will not be coming back. That is my bad, guys.
So we had to finish this run. He has to complete the course.
Looks like nothing ever happened.
We'll see about that.
Look at that.
Yeah. Well, Philip Borgen got this far as well. Oh, this has to be sketchy for him.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks all right.
It's holding together so far. So far.
Yeah, and he's going to go up against the person who has been on fire all weekend, Kristoffer Syvertsen. But Alfred Grinberg pulls through, and he's in the finals here at the first round. Oh my goodness.
Hell yeah.
Amazing, unbelievable work.
What a comeback. Wow, what a fighter. He has fought so hard all weekend, had issues with this and that. Car died mid-lap, clutch kicked, and roll started it to get back into drift. Didn't lose drift throughout all that. I'm still amazed by it, honestly. My brain's just like, well, you did what? All right. So. And now, under 10 minutes, getting that all fixed. It could not even get up on the spatula.
Yeah, we're seeing, Chad, let me know here. They're talking about a mic issue. So is something up with the mic? Is the sound not good? Let us know in the chat here. I don't want that to be a problem.
No, I don't think it was. It was when you were out there. One of the production guys was trying to get a hold of me, but I couldn't hear him because he was on the other when you were talking with the judge out there. So it's just a little technical difficulties here and there.
So Alfred Grinberg moves on. So this is battle for third place.
Yes. I was looking at it for a second. I was like, what's going on? And then I'm like, yes,
who
that's
did?
Who did?
What I'm thinking here is if Sondre Erga could not come to the battle with Alfred, how is he here?
Yeah. he was deemed...
Wait, what?
So he gave up the fight for second or first, I guess. But he said his car was broken, and that was the reasoning for it. So now I'm a little bit confused.
He had time to fix that car to get into this battle then. So that is
maybe he forfeited that spot to be able to fight for third instead. Since he was at fault, he was already at a very big disadvantage there.
So Sondre Erga
in the lead.
Olav Haugen Hasdal. Around here, let's see this Merc.
That three-wheel inbounds right there. A little bit shallow there.
A lot of love for Olav in the chat. Oh, big mistake there from Sondre. Goes shallow, straightens up, gets a lot of speed into zone 3.
Yeah, he angled up a lot over there and choked up a lot. Let's get out of outer 3. Kind of close to that wall and into inner clip number 2. They both grabbed that beautifully. Ooh.
Right up there.
He's getting there. He's like, I'm here. I'm here. That was an interesting run, to say the least. Who knows if Erga got a little bit of a knock on his rear axle or something like that. Might be really, really cold right now. The track cooled down a little bit when they were trying to get Alfred off. He enters in, has a pretty consistent angle there. Angles up a little bit more and down, trying to get out. It's a little bit twitchy and very shallow in there, which is good. They kind of miss outer 2. Going over to outer 3, I feel like they are a little bit shallow as well.
Yeah, Olav misses that zone completely to try to stay on him.
Yes. Sondre made it out there, but not as far as I would like to see him. And same here in outer 4. Ooh, no, actually, he made it all the way out. He made it all the way out.
All the way and then some, actually.
The bumper is off. The rear is off of the car. He was out there. My bad. He was really out there.
Smash.
Smashing it.
So, battle for third here. This is for third place.
Olav is leading, and Sondre will chase him down.
So we're switching places. So Merc versus Nissan. So German versus Japanese, all the way from Nihon.
Yes. Checking the drivers are all right to drive. It is really cool out there. It is fogging from the cars. We have a close-up here. Focused. Focused to the max.
Yeah, eyes on the prize.
Absolutely. They're fighting for third. They're fighting for a podium spot here. It is a big deal. It's the first round. It's a lot of points. It'll be interesting, too, with the wild card point stuff going on.
Yeah.
Dang, we're already at the podium.
It's,
wow.
I can't believe it. I believe that Sondre Elge might not believe it as well. After all that he's been through.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Yeah,
getting a thumbs up here. He's like, can we do this thing? He is ready. All right, checking the drivers. They are ready to go. Let's see that tree light up in green.
Let chaos reign!
Olof in the lead and Sondre in the chase. Flicks it in. Nice angle going down to outer zone number 1. Ooh, he gets it out there pretty good, a little bit shallow. Comes up to inner clip number 1 and does that one beautifully. Can he reach out to outer 2?
It's kind of tight on outer zone 2.
Barely. Ooh, that wide line going into outer 3 is beautiful, though.
I think it's going to be a shallow one there as well. Look at here. Fast transitions from both drivers trying to get in on it. Oh.
Inner clip number 2. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
And they're doing well behind here, trying to get in on it.
In that wall.
Very, very tough for Olof. Nice job.
That was really solid on both leads and follows, honestly.
Oh, the crowd is going crazy.
Third. Let's see here. Coming down into the bowl. Outer 1. Yeah, a little bit shallow there, unfortunately. Yeah, the proximity from Sondre is awesome.
Look at that angle. They're both
that transition, yes.
But it's a long stretch for Sondre there back to get into that zone 3 because of that angle.
Yes. So, I love how Olof got to the angle he wanted and continued that throughout all of outer 3. Inner 2 here, both hit it beautifully. And outer 4, they are up against that wall.
Yeah. This is why I think that what I'm saying is that Olof is one of my favorite drivers because of that kind of style he brings, and he's so aggressive.
He's confident doing it. Look at it. He's like, I have a lot of angle. Okay, I am a little bit shallow, and he knows it. So when he comes out to outer 3 here, he flicks it hard and sticks with the angle he has got. Boom, sticks it. Just goes.
Yeah.
Haha.
But that angle is going to cost him. He is offline technically at the beginning of each zone here.
A little bit. He gets into outer 3 a little bit late there. But here, look at the outer 4.
Smashing
on that wall, baby. Ah, and that chase is beautiful as well. That proximity that Sondre gives. Amazing. Let's see here. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm like, who will it be? I think they're kind of nervous too.
Oh, yeah, look at that facial expression.
Oh, I love it. That must be like the worst part in drifting as a driver. The waiting for who got it. The judges are talking it over, making sure they're on the same page. It is a podium we're talking about here. Is third place. And the beanie.
Yeah.
Freaking love the beanie, dude.
This is such a Norwegian or Scandinavian, I should say, thing. But Norwegians especially, they're kind of known for their funky outdoor wear. Outdoor thing is a huge thing in Norway.
Oh, yeah. If you're not going ice drifting and skiing all the time, are you even Scandinavian?
Oh, my goodness. Have you been to Norway?
Yes, it is beautiful.
The most beautiful country in the world. Holy cow.
Sorry, Sweden, but Norway got you beat on that one.
Hell yeah. All right.
Will it be Sondre or will it be Olav?
Sondre.
All right, Sondre Erga.
By a split decision, Sondre Erga gets 3rd place.
Woo!
Look at that, man. Oh, man, that was hard fought for both drivers. Now he is so happy, but well deserved. He has been driving amazing, and I'm so impressed by Sondre and his ability to adapt mid a battle. So quick on that.
Oh, he's so happy. He's like, I'm shaking right now.
Yeah.
See his hand. It's like, oh. Oh my goodness! Congratulations
that could
to
have been
Sondre.
one more time. That could have been one more time.
It could have.
Officially.
Look at that relief on his face right now. It's like,
can't believe it. Can't believe it.
And that smile. He's so happy right now. I love to see it.
So 3rd place goes to Sondre Erga. And here we are. This is the final here at Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series, presented by Meguiar's at PÅSKSLADDEN. Let's go. BMW, Kristoffer Sivertsen on the left. The S14, who has seen more crashes and more problems mechanically than, I don't know, your average scrapyard. It's crazy. Alfred Grimberg has been going through the grinder to get here. And he's pulled through all this way with a car that is just not. It is, I think it would be an overstatement to say it's 50%.
Norwegian versus Swede.
Oh, this is
the
what we
final.
wanted, right?
The Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series presented by Meguiar's. Final. Kristoffer in the lead, and we got Alfred in the chase.
Get on your goddamn feet at home.
I am so excited.
Throw your damn popcorn up. This is an amazing battle. I hope that we get to see what these guys can perform.
Driver ready, and go!
So here we go. Let's see. Kristoffer Sivertsen is going to lead here. As usual, this is a huge flick.
Beautiful entry.
But Alfred is right there on his door,
he's
touching
booping
him.
him. Oh,
There's
wow.
contact. Something happened. No. Oh, my God. That chaos immediately started.
No. I think Alfred's alignment is looking kind of funky right now. Let's see.
It looked like, why did it look like Kristoffer slowed down?
He looked like he was straightening out a bit in there. I have no idea. Let's look at this again. Get down to the business.
Let's see here.
Great initiation on angle. He boops him.
But is that a drive shaft? Is it a drive shaft? No, not drive shaft.
I don't. Let's see from a bird's eye view here. All right, he contacts, but I don't feel like that right contact.
Wheel, the right rear wheel of Kristoffer Sivertsen. It might be like the I don't know the technical name for that part.
The control arm for the rear. It has independent rear suspension, so you have 2 axles going out. If you're bending something there, it might throw off. However, if you're just sticking in it by a boop, because I feel like it was a little bit further forward than that rear tire was with his tire, if that makes sense. Yeah. I can't really see on the body there. Let's see. So Alfred's front tire is actually by his passenger door.
Oh yeah,
he boops. And from the side like that, it shouldn't really break an axle on that BMW. It might have. Who knows? That can happen, absolutely.
Oh, no.
Oh. Well,
no.
This explains a lot. We just got word that it was a false start. And that would make sense why someone's shutting down and someone hits another as well. I don't like that shutdown there. Like, if you see the red light, finish that turn and just roll out.
It's not good. It's not good.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Well,
we're seeing them again. It doesn't seem to be too much damage. We don't know that, but we hope that is not great.
It's scary hitting someone, though, with your front tire like that, like Alfred did.
Yeah.
Because if you're at angle and you hit someone on the rubber, it might push back your tie rods and stuff and mess up your alignment. Or, like you said earlier, if you're hitting that rear tire of the other car hard enough, stuff might break on the rear on that.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. It is a green light.
Let's do this again. Keep it clean, guys. I want a good, clean fight.
His entry is so consistent every time. He's a little bit shallow there, pushing it out at the wall.
Pushing it.
Alfred is struggling a little bit to keep on that line there, but they're both out by outer 2, going into outer 3 over here, keeping it wide and smooth, like you said. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at that proximity. Oh, that transition as well. I love when they transition at the same time. The chase driver sees when the lead driver is going to transition. It is, oh, look, eyes on his door.
Work from Alfred back.
Woo! Hell yeah, that is how a finale is supposed to look.
Good, but Christopher, I don't know what to say.
He's so consistent.
Insane.
He's so consistent.
Guy, what have you been eating for breakfast, man?
Golly.
Let me know.
Look at entry is beautiful.
Yeah, every single time.
It's not as snappy as maybe I want it or committed, but it is consistent. Yeah. Same every
very
time.
Smooth. So here
gets out at outer 2 nicely there.
Nice.
Going into 3.
Alfred
yep.
matches
Oh
here,
yeah. Alfred
line.
is on Kristoffer's line.
A bit of a hiccup there from Alfred. Didn't know when he was going to transition. Getting into it
there,
here.
Getting back into the pocket.
Keep it on the black stuff. Like no off wheels. Like
wow. They're both really committed.
Phenomenal stuff.
Love to see it. That's one thing in drifting. You can't half-ass it. You got to be committed. You got to give it your 100 and trust the other driver. If you don't, you're going to fall off. You're going to have to cut line. You're going to have to try to catch up. And you don't really want to do that. You just want to be right there all the time, mimicking what the lead is doing. So now we switch over, and Alfred will lead. Kristoffer will chase. Let's see if those drivers are ready to rumble.
All right, this might be the last run that we see for today.
Might. I like that you said might and didn't say, oh, it will be. Because then you would have jinxed it.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm learning. I'm learning.
I'm proud of you. I am deeply proud of you.
So this might be the last we see and the last Alfred gets to do here to prove that Sweden should be at the top of the podium. It's the last chance for Kristoffer Syvertsen to show that Norway is going to be on top. So this is a national battle, patriotism running high here at Elmia.
Here we go. Alfred in the lead and Kristoffer in the chase, flicking it in on that entry wide and nice, keeping that angle going downhill. A little bit shallow, but pushes it out. A little bit short on that outer zone number 1, I feel like.
Strength, the speed into outer zone number 3. And here is where
he takes off a little bit on Kristoffer there.
Can't hang. Is this going to end in Alfred's way? This is going to go his way. It might be that. Phenomenal stuff.
Wow, he hits that inner clip a little bit there, though, and Kristoffer has to adjust to get back on a line that he's comfortable with. I am not sure.
Amazing stuff.
Now that is a finale, dude.
Oh, man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I love drifting, man.
Oh, this is great stuff.
I love it. This is so sick.
All right, so let's look at this.
Oh, I like that little flick that Kristoffer did behind Alfred to get into the same initiation point. And he's following his line really well over here. He does have a little bit of a gap going on, and he gets a little gapped here too.
Leaves him from the first zone, and that is it. That's all she wrote. I think that's it, because here he just leaves him. That's it. Like, Kristoffer tries to get in, but
yeah, he's cutting down on the angle so he can catch up on speed to get out there.
He drops a tire here.
He might have.
It seems like he's way out.
Off balanced. There.
That's a tough call. Tough call.
Look at this. Wow. Would you just look at it? Oh, it's so nice to look at.
Yeah. All right.
Look at that speed, dude. Just coming out to that outer zone.
Yeah, it's just amazing. This is amazing. I can't
That's
believe
the thing, too, though. You do lead.
That's been through that much. It's crazy.
This is the story of a lifetime. Round 1.
Oh.
Alfred's journey to the final.
I was almost thinking you were going to do the Prince of Bel-Air thing there. This is a story. Oh.
No.
I would have been really impressed, though. So don't forget to leave a like. It helps out with the algorithm gods on YouTube. So leave a like, share this if you can. Thank you so much for staying with us here. Don't go anywhere. We're going to announce the winner right here to look at that face, that reaction of who is going to win. So, I mean, we've seen some calls today that we were not expecting, which means that we don't know. We don't know. We know that we have a result, And so we're gonna do the winner announcement right in front of us here.
All right, they're rolling up. The top 2. Will it be Sweden? Will it be Norway?
Oh my God.
And both these drivers are so skilled, so consistent, so on point, and just on each other's doors.
Yeah. Could you imagine the after party that we have, the place that we've rented?
Oh, that's right. There's one of those. I was like, oh, I'm going to take a nice warm bath and go to bed. And I'm like, oh, hell no. All right.
Yeah.
Alfred getting out there.
The crowd is going nuts.
Wow.
Like, there's still a lot of people left here.
It is.
Amazing.
What troopers. It is cold. And what troopers you are joining us from all over the world to watch this first round of the Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series presented by Maguire's. Let's see who takes it home. Will it be Alfred or will it be Christopher? The nerves are pumping.
We're gonna cut to the flag man.
Drum roll. That was a really fast drum.
Where is it? Where is it gonna land? Swedish, Norwegian.
What do you think in the chat? What do you think? Who do you think it will be? Alfred Greenberg takes the win!
Alfred Greenberg gets the win!
Let's go, Sweden!
Sweden takes the win, gets the momentum all the way through event 1. And it's gonna be an amazing night for Alfred.
Oh my goodness! Look at that!
So happy.
I feel the happiness
happy.
all the way into the booth here, and it makes me just want to dance. Oh my God! Hell yeah!
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. He can't believe it.
He's like, wait, all the stuff he's been through. He's had so many issues with his car. That
From
10-minute
from the subframe coming off in qualifying, he has had crashes upon crashes.
Little technical issues with the car, just pushing through this whole weekend.
Oh my goodness.
Pushing through.
All right, I'm gonna try to get out to the head judge and talk a little bit of what he's seen now and what this battle consisted of, and I'll be outside in just a minute.
Oh my God, what a event. What an event. Ah. What an event. Whew. So Alfred Greenberg, winner of round 1 of the Gatebil Scandinavian Drift Series presented by Maguire's. Here you have it. Round 1 winner is a Swede. I see y'all in the chat here. Yes, big congratulations to Alfred out here. He put on such a show today. Has showed so much skill. I mean, who roll starts a car mid-drift in a zone and continues the lap with no problem? I am baffled. Wow. Alrighty, there we have it. First place, Alfred Greenberg. Second place, Christopher Sylvester. And third place is Sondre Erga. Thank you so much for staying here with us all night to see how this first round played out. We're gonna go over to Denny's outside and talk to the judge about this awesome, awesome competition. Thank you.
All right, so standing here with Alexander Kvist, head judge. Super excited about this finale, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's been crazy. Like, what is going on with these drivers, especially the crashes we've seen? Alfred Greenberg fixing his car in an insane amount of time.
Yeah, I'm I'm so impressed that they got the car back together, and
I can't believe it.
And what a show he delivers. Yeah. He had quite a journey this competition. So
yeah, I heard that the shock tower was broken, wheel rim was broken. Like, I have no idea how he did that, and now manages to get on the first place podium. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
As fellow Swedes, we're very happy that we beat a Norwegian guy, right?
No comment.
You're being very political here. So, in general, what has been your feeling now for the top battles that we've seen, like Norwegians and Swedes? What has been the final two battles, I should say? We had a lot of controversy, I should say, with Sondre, the pink car, not being able to get to the start line with Alfred Grinberg. Like, how was that for you?
Yeah, it's been quite chaotic, to say at least. But everything quite turned out great, I would say. Yeah, and it was awesome to see that the Norwegians really proved that they are here to stay. So, for sure, it was great.
So, give me just a little bit of a detail on that battle with Sondre Erga and Alfred Grinberg. There was a deceleration. Sondre dropped a tire, and then Alfred came into him.
Yeah, but basically, Sondre as a lead car, he dropped the tire there, as you say. Yeah. And basically, Alfred had much better proximity during his chase run. You couldn't compare the two, so it was that he won on the chase, basically.
Exactly. And he's been doing amazing all day. And then at the finals here, talk to me a little bit, if you remember, how that battle went for you. What did you think between Christopher and Alfred? It's very much in your head, I assume.
At the moment, it's very much. I try to solve it all out, so I don't say wrong. But but the finals was it was amazing runs actually. Where I think we saw the chase run of the day from Alfred in the finals. Put on an amazing show. He did it with the same amount of angle, the correct line. Yeah. He didn't leave any room for his competitor to match that.
No, definitely not. So what I'm thinking is an amazing event. Deal driver lever has been insane.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to get back to it.
Yeah. It has been truly an amazing show and an honor to be judged.
Awesome. So we'll cut there. Thank you so much for taking the time, and I'll see you soon again.
Yeah, for sure.